We are live and recording, dude.
Let's do it.
Fantastic.
How do you feel?
Week. Dude, man, dude. I feeling a bit kicked.
Why? Your birthday boy.
I vomited, dude, my birthday dinner.
Why?
I don't know. I have no I'm puzzled about what happened.
What'd you eat?
Prime rib. I had some steak, and all I had was steak, potatoes, and then I had some guacamole to start it off.
Are you transitioning?
Transition? No, what do you mean?
How could this be? You got sick from meats?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. I think I might have had like I might have ate just a bad cut, dude.
That could be.
Dude, it was, or it just might have been like severe indigestion. So I woke up at 1 o'clock. I had a great time. I'm always a little bit of like a bummed out on my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm always just kind of like, and I've actually thought about it today. I'm like, I think it's just because it's the middle of the winter. And like my body just like all the sunlight and vitamin D leaves my body.
Maybe. I don't know, because I get the same thing. Mine's...
Oh, you're in November, right?
No, mine's...
December. Sorry.
Man, we're not even fucking tight,
December,
dude.
sorry.
This is fucked up.
Excuse me.
It's December 11th.
Yeah, sorry. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, never forget. When I was a kid, I used to get sick every year. Mm-hmm. I used to get the flu every year.
Yeah.
Which I think just timed with flu season. But it's always uncomfortable. Like going to a party that's for you or like a gathering that's for you. I don't know. So I get weird too. Yeah. I get very uncomfortable with that.
It weirds me.
I don't like it.
I was telling Brittany today, I was like, dude, I'm like actually jealous of like, who was it? It wasn't Matumbo. It was someone else. Manute Bol. Like dudes like Manute Bol who like don't know their birthdays. I'm like genuinely jealous of them.
Yeah.
Because you got to watch too. Because a lot of bays, if you're not much of a birthday brat,
you're jealous of Sudanese African immigrants.
Yes, specifically them not knowing how old they are,
yes,
or
guys
like,
from Chad.
I'm jealous of guys who have like completely been cut off from the context they've come out of.
Yeah, like I could be 58. I'm just living. I have no idea.
Dude, they estimated Manute Bol was in his 50s when he was playing.
Really?
They just put They would just put scratches.
Yeah, you ever see that picture of him swimming?
No.
It's him swimming underwater, and it is hilarious. He looks terrifying.
Is he nasty?
No, he's just fucking.
I'm saying,
8
is he
feet
nasty?
long.
Is he nasty
He looks
at
fucking
swimming?
insane.
Is he nasty at swimming?
I don't know. He might have been drowning. I don't know what he was. He was at the bottom of the pool.
You know I think the people who like in Sudan whenever
you're looking at Manute Bol swimming.
What the fuck?
It's so spooky. I think he is drowning.
He might be the only person, if pool hopping, they'd be like, hey,
oh my God. You would believe it was an alien.
Dude, that's scary as fuck.
Pool hopping rules. All right, so you had some meat. Your tummy hurt. You turned 34?
35. Jesus, man, I'm 35.
Whatever.
I'm kidding.
I'm like Manute.
11, 12, never forget, dude.
I'm like Manute Bol.
Or 12, 11, never forget. Yeah.
I'm
like Manute Bol with everybody else's birthday.
Yeah, dude, I don't know one birthday. I don't know one. I know my sister Katie's because it's right before mine.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else's.
Dude, at the pharmacy, every time I go to pick up Brittany's medicine, they're like, and what is the birthday? I'm like, and it takes me a second. I fucking spaz internally, and then I go, here it is. But yeah, dude,
I'm sorry. You know what? You know what it's compared to? What I would say the birthday thing's like. Whenever I do a show at Helium, and everybody's hanging out to see me, I get very like, this sucks. Very uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's the exact feeling. This year wasn't too bad because
I failed at turning off the heat.
It's all good.
It's tough.
I shared the birthday.
I have a very strict rule of never touching another man's thermostat, so that's
a good rule.
That took a lot out of me.
Well, you at least you talk.
There, I tried my best. He's got one of those future thermostats.
I know, dude.
It's crap.
Very linked into the surveillance state. Me personally, I'm not putting any kind of smart
device.
Smart device.
Hell no.
They could shut off the fucking deep state. Could shut off his heat at any point. I'm surprised
he
gambles.
My Peloton.
Dude, they're gonna shut you down.
You see what they were doing with Biden's Peloton?
What?
They're like, he probably can't. First off, me and Biden have a Peloton. That's awesome. My president, y'all.
Heard that.
Fuck, if I had known that, I wouldn't be ragging on him so dang much.
He's on the Peloton.
Yeah, it's only for elite athletes like me and 80-year-olds and women.
I also heard Biden had an 8-inch penis. Not his son, who we've allegedly Confirmed. There's someone on the internet. I mean, unfortunately, the person delivering this news claims that Joe Biden, our president, raped her. But she was like, I can tell you exactly what his dick
It's not Tara Reid, is it?
No.
Never forget her name.
Who's Tara Reid?
The lady who Biden fingered at a party, I think.
No, not her. No. Allegedly fingered at a party. This is a lady she came out and was like, I'll tell you, I know exactly what his dick looks like.
She could pick his dick out in a lineup.
Yes. She said it's...
I couldn't pick my dick out in a lineup.
I could definitely... I wonder.
It'd be tough.
Now we're on an important issue.
A lineup of similar penises.
I could spot
remotely similar penises.
Yeah, could you pick it out? That's a good question. I might start like an RV tournament version of just birds, and you got to find yours.
Oh,
that'd be awesome.
I'm all Pelotoned up, dude.
Go ahead.
You want the smallest penis on earth?
I've read O'Connor talking about that.
Oh, what was he saying?
He said the Peloton penis is unrivaled.
Where did he say that?
Twitter.
That little fuck.
Did he steal your?
He rode my fucking Peloton once. That little weasel.
So he thinks he has the audacity to say that he shriveled his penis more than you.
No, but he was so I've had this Peloton. Obviously, I'm not friends with any chicks, so nobody's shared the experience of the Peloton with me.
Yeah.
So O'Connor got a pair of shoes for himself so he could use mine. And the first time he got off, we commiserated on tennis. I haven't had the tennis discussion with anybody because you're sitting there, you tennis up hard. It's like it is like post practice.
Yeah.
Dong, and then you got to stand up and pedal forward, and your dick goes in your own body.
Sitting on a bicycle seat specifically diverts blood from your genitals.
Really?
Yeah, that's a side effect of people who are like marathon bike hard.
So that's what's going on.
One of the things they.
So that's what the fuck is going on.
So one of the side effects of extreme cycling is kind of like it just like diverts stuff.
I've got all those
from your penis. And
every side effect of extreme cycling I've been experiencing. I cycled today, dude.
Really?
I woke up at like 6 a.m.
How's your libido?
It's through the roof. I'm all.
That's good.
Thinking about coming.
I think that's it. I think that's why they wear spandex on bikes, because otherwise, if you don't wear if you wear regular and ones, all the blood leaves your genitals.
I've worn regular and ones. It's impossible. You just look like a fucking dick. I wear.
What are you Peloton on?
What do I wear?
Bad, yeah.
I have worn those Lululemons you got me.
They're little birthday. I bought you some undies, dude.
Damn, dude, I'm wearing Lululemons on a Peloton.
So your libido is through the roof right now. You're wearing Lemmys, dude, on the Peloton?
That's tough.
What?
Admitting publicly I'm wearing Lululemons on a Peloton.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, the Lululemons are...
apologize to everybody out there.
Unbelievably expensive underwear, but they rule. Someone put me up to it. They're like, just try a pair. And I bought them. I'm like...
I wore them once on the Peloton, and then I was like, I don't want to do that because I don't want to ruin them by getting them ball sweated out. So I do have just compression shorts.
They're Lululemons dealing with like snatch drizzle, dude, from yoga pants. They can handle some ball sweat. They're dealing with like heavy yoga discharge.
I feel like my compression shorts get fucking ruined.
Dude, imagine being a girl in yoga. Some guys like, oh, not like this, and they're just like, oh my god. Girls are probably like so horny during yoga.
Or just my mom at Zumba.
I mean, dude, unbelievably.
Just dancing to Carole King.
Dude, women in exercise classes are just absolutely horny. It's as horny as they get.
For sure.
Trust me, dude.
Yeah.
They see me come in in the cut sleeve, snake tat.
Shirtless?
They're just like, sometimes.
Shirtless back when you were a little chubby?
Oh, yeah,
You're
for
fit
sure.
now.
Chubby with a little bit of fucking like pimples on my belly. Snake tat, dude. I think I was making the class.
They must have honestly been like, who the fuck is this guy?
100%.
And you had like a mullet a lot of the time?
Yep, yeah, I did. I had a bit of a mullet. I was a little bit chunky, and I had the snake tat.
Man,
and I'd wear cut-off sweatpants. So like,
where's that Matt?
He's
Give me mullet, chubby Matt.
I'm going through something of a psychic puberty right now.
I hate that you're improving.
Can't help it, dude. A mullet wouldn't stop me at all.
You could still rock a mullet.
This is the thing too. I've thought about growing my hair long again. It's too much fucking maintenance. I'd rather cut it high and tight. Dude, it's like every day your hair is all fucking like knotted up and tangled, and like it just gets. I can go with like 3 days without showering. Nobody notices. When you have long hair, it's instantly apparent that you haven't showered for 3 days.
Yeah, it gets greasy.
Dude, it gets stringy. Start looking like Trent Reznor.
I like your greasy mullet, dude.
You want my greasy mullet?
I like it. Getting me going again. Sorry, I rode the Peloton today. I'm rock hard.
True, you're fucking hard. Your blood is completely...
I cannot wait.
Your blood's back to your genitals.
First chance I get alone, I'm going straight at my dick as hard as I can. All right.
But yeah, dude. No, it's important. No, it's important we cover that because, that is something I do want to start that RV tournament. It's like find your bird.
Find your own bird.
Throw your bird into a sea of other birds. Can you find it? You might not encounter your bird for like a year.
Especially
every day pops up.
You know how you know how I would definitely never recognize it if it was a dick pic that I've sent to someone.
Yeah.
Where it's like great angle, huge donger.
Yeah.
If you sent, I would have never. If I saw my dick pic, I'd be like, that can't be my dick.
Damn, dude.
You know what I mean?
Imagine that though. The one day you go no, and the app's actually like, you have found your penis, and you're like, that's mine.
That's mine. This is my fat hog.
I think that would be a good app every day to just see a stranger's penis before you start your day. Just to know where you rank, dude. It takes all the mystery out of everything. Or dude, an app where you snap your bird and it just goes right through the database and it's like, here's where you sit in the bird room. Let's cut all the fucking mustard. Here's where you lie.
Well, here's where I'm gonna put punch a hole in this. Yeah. The guys that are gonna stay in that have dongers.
True.
The guys that put it in once and it's like, you're ranked 848,000th.
Not bad out of 7 billion.
Delete the app and be like, I'm never telling anyone about this app.
No, you gotta, then you say, all right, that's not my strength.
I've been in enough locker rooms. I know where I stand, dude.
Yeah.
I don't need no damn tech.
I
don't need Silicon Valley getting involved. I don't need big tech talking about my
there are
dong.
people who have bird delusion and hold it down like they have hogs. And they'll just be like, dude, I mean, yeah, dude. We used to
How
live.
nice would that be?
We used to live with a kid. I mean, I had in high school. I just assumed I had a huge dick. I was like, definitely have a huge. Are you kidding me? I definitely have a huge dick.
Yeah.
I remember the first dagger of reality, dude. My girlfriend at the time being like, yeah, the guy's dick I used to be with, it was like that big, and I was like, what? Like, yeah, that's cool. And I remember just absolute crab swirl, dude. This lady used to she would hit me with like soda can. She would be like, yeah, this one guy. It was like wasn't that big. It was like a fucking soda can.
I'm staring a soda can down right
literally,
now.
dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, right.
That's what she claimed.
Yeah, right.
I got tortured by a high school girlfriend was this app for me and ranked me. She was like, look, dude, here's where you stand.
Yeah, she was like, you're 48,000th.
Dude, I used to like leg up, fuck, just like it was like I had the biggest dick in the world. I was like, yeah.
I feel like I used to do that too.
Dude, it was crazy.
I've been humbled. Sexually, I'm much more humble.
Oh, dude, I've definitely adopted somewhat of a parallel value system. Before it was just like huge dick, awesome. That crumbles. You're like, I kind of like playing guitar a little.
All right.
That's something that's a good thing to talk about though, man.
What, get rid of any bird delusion you may have?
Yeah, it's just a whole different life. Or act as if you're on the bottom of the bird pyramid. Always.
Yeah.
My friend used to do that. I think it's a good tactic. He would always tell, like the whole time he was courting them, he'd be like, I got the fuck. He would call it his 2-inch power bone. He's like, he would just constantly trash his dick and he would pull it out and they'd be like, it's not bad.
I don't mind that.
Not a bad move.
I don't mind that one bit.
Not a bad move. Just start stealing micro penis fat. But no, I have micro penis. Like, just have an average penis. Like, it's micro penis.
Some guy gets you in line at Annie Ann's. Like, oh yeah, let me see your penis. So you go to your birthday.
Go to my birthday. It was a shared birthday.
Family's there.
Yeah, whole fam.
It's just fam.
Just fam.
It's not friends.
No friends, just fam.
Better not be friends.
No, I would never.
Because I was up by myself, home.
You were
sick to my damn stomach that I wasn't at this birthday party.
We did a joint one. It was a joint celebration of mine and my father's.
You and your father's lives.
We have we're linked astrologically. We're close. I think he's not like an Aquarius like me. He's like a late Sag maybe or Cap. I forget what it is.
I don't know.
He's like early
Cap.
January. I think he's a Cap maybe. But anyway, I don't know. Lemaire, what's my dad's astrological sign?
What comes? Yeah, Lemaire, you're black. What's after Sag? I'm a Sag.
Lemaire, what's my horoscope?
I'm a Sag.
Aquarius.
Know that.
Aquarius is after Sag.
Oh well, today's Aquarius.
What's his birthday?
16th. I think he's a Cap.
Yeah.
I think I've yeah.
Yeah. Dude. Get that camera on the dopers a little bit. Show the dopers. This is what we're looking at, dude. Look at this. This crew.
Dude,
how's your hog, Noah? We've never discussed your penis.
Let's take bets, actually, before we even get into it.
I think I know Noah well enough that he's going to be humble, but I got a feeling he's got a
sign of a hog.
Short, fat hog.
Really?
Not a complete chode, but I feel like it's thick.
You think you're talking about like
I think a flaccid thick.
An upgraded average bird, basically?
I think Noah has a flaccid, thick dong.
Spade's got the wedge.
Spade has a fucking...
He's got... It's I've heard. I've heard from people who have experienced it. It's the fucking parking cone.
Yeah, it gets in you. Spreads you out.
It's the wedge, dude. Yeah, so Noah, what's and be honest, if you have a micro penis, just say it. It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Lengthwise, we're talking about on a great day. We're talking about 7 1/4.
Ew, I knew you were gonna be disgusting. Ew, Noah. Ew, dude, I knew you were gonna be fucking gross.
What kind of width are we talking about? You don't feel pressure to answer this, but it'd be nice.
Pretty thick.
Dude, good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Pretty thick.
You can look at him and tell that guy's got a thick dick. He's real easy going, quiet, huge dog. He's got nothing to prove. Lamore.
Mister, I think we cracked the code on this.
Doesn't he have a black penis? Don't you have a black penis, which is still a good dong?
All day, dude.
Yeah, but penis for black.
Yeah.
Still a good dong. You should be proud of it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't think black guys ever have small penises. They have more curve. I think it's always
very interesting.
From my amateur cream pie footage that I've seen. Whenever I see it, it's always just very hard slice, dude. They're in the rough, dude.
I'm Lashmi Singh. This is NPR. The CDC has released a recent study that black guys don't have penises; they just curve. I don't know why. Lashmi Singh has been on my mind all day.
Lashmi Singh.
I'm Lashmi Singh. NPR. Donald Trump still doesn't get it. It's like, oh my god. All right.
Yeah, dude. That shit's fucking crazy. I've been taking in some news, and it's especially when you read the debt book, we are absolutely being without a shadow of a doubt, it's just pure propaganda.
Yo, I got one for you.
What?
You ever read the Turner Diaries?
What's that?
No, don't read it. I'm kidding.
What's the Turner Diaries?
It fired up a lot of domestic terrorists. Don't read it. I was just joshing.
You're just joshing on it?
I was just joshing on you. But
Shane, right now,
just watch it.
As a nation, this is the snippet I got from The Atlantic. We should be looking to heal. But we have to have riot sympathizers answer for what they did. And I'm strictly talking about people who stormed the Capitol.
Yes.
Nothing else happened in the summer. Strictly talking about, it's just not even mentioned. They call the people who stormed the Capitol riot sympathizers. And while Biden wants to unify America, because right now it's just abysmal in terms of how we're relating to each other, we shouldn't right now. They're basically saying we need it. The Atlantic is someone at least, and there's calling for a show of force. And then we can worry about trying to unite people. Dude, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Somebody said it. I listened to my Spotify Daily Drive, dude, Matt. First off, wake up at 6.
Yeah, you got up early.
I couldn't sleep. I don't know what happened. It was because I slept for 30 hours on Sunday.
Did you really?
Oh, I was so goddamn cool on Saturday.
I saw the footage.
I was in the fucking Wigger Mansion. I was just surrounded by tight influencers. Of course I got in, dude. I have fun.
Yeah, Brittany showed me the footage. I was just sitting there cooking. She was like, Shane was at a party.
Yeah, I had a couple. Yeah. I had so many, dude. I don't know what happened.
That seemed fun.
It was very fun. All those guys rule.
Yeah.
But Sunday
So you were in the tomb.
I was most in the tomb I've ever... For real, I've said that every time I've come on here hungover. That was
compared to New Year's years ago when we both had a wicked hangover, how bad was it?
I don't even remember that.
Really?
I was drunk until 4 p.m.
Damn,
I was drunk the next day forever.
Oh.
It just wasn't going. And then O'Connor abandoned me while I was in my tomb.
What?
Yeah, we were watching football and I just kept falling asleep. Mm-hmm. And then he just got up and went back to Connecticut. I woke up and he was gone. And I was like, Chris?
Oh.
Chris? And then I texted him. He didn't answer. I was like, what an asshole.
He got a Connecticut hangover?
Yeah, the turd had to go home. He had to go sleep on his parents' couch. I get it. He lives close. I would too.
Fuck, man.
So yeah, dude, I slept all day. Went to bed. Oh. I must have went to bed at 10. I woke up at noon the next day, dude. It was crazy.
Fuck, man.
It was bad. Dude, it was bad. It was, I'm back on the wagon again.
You're back on the wagon?
Back on the wagon.
Back
until
on the time.
San Antonio this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's going to be party time?
Yes. I mean, San Antonio.
True.
Obviously.
100%. You're going to go, is that close to Mexico?
Yeah.
Pretty close?
Yeah. I think the river, that's
it's not like El Paso, is it?
Well, that's where the Alamo is, so yes.
You going to visit?
San Antonio should be on the Riverwalk. Where's it? What's going on here? Stoners, help. I don't know where one city in Texas is.
Really? San Antonio,
it's like very much like the middle of the state.
But is it okay? So it's not on the border of Mexico.
No, it's close on like the west side of the state.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know El Paso is on the border. I know Houston's closer to Louisiana.
Really?
That's kind of really all I know.
Yeah, I don't know shit. I know El Paso is just because I walked to Mexico from El Paso.
Sick.
Didn't know about Juarez at the time.
What were you doing down there?
I talked about this before. I was down there for an internship in college. They sent me down to.
And you walked to Juarez.
Yeah. They sent me down. The one dude.
Hey, what year?
This was like my sophomore year. So
was this like 2009?
2008, 2000. Oh no, it would have been like 2007, 2008.
Bad time to be. I mean, Juarez is never great, but that was a rough time.
Dude, I didn't know. I was down there with this guy. I had two bosses, and then I would always convince both of them that I was super. Because they were both remote. So I'll tell the one like.
Dude, you were down there for like El Chapo's war.
Yeah, I walked in there. I didn't know about it. I didn't know about that. I was sitting there and I came down. The guy flew. He was like, "Look, man, I need my intern down here." So because we talked, we were like, "We're going out to the party." Because I like knew one of his cousins.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I need my intern.
So he brought me down there.
I need my bro.
Immediately tasked me with finding weed for him. So I had to go and find. I like asked around his bar. Found him a half ounce of middies. Yeah. He was like, "Oh no." I'm like, "I'll get you some weed immediately."
Yeah.
Found him some middies, and then I just went to meetings with this guy and watched him try to like take advantage of fucking old people and like for like a week or so.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "All right, dude, just chill here. Like, take the day off and relax." And then he's like, I was like, "I don't know what to do." He's like, "Just go check out Mexico." And I was like, "All right." So yeah, I walked into Juarez, dude, and it was scary, dude.
Yeah.
It was like, I remember being like, dude, I didn't think Mexico was this fucked up. And then I talked about this before.
Yes.
Some guy came and was like, get over there. Took me to the plaza, dude, and I just bought like some bullshit and went home. Like, fuck, that was terrifying.
Bought like a Scarface T-shirt.
I literally think I bought a sombrero. I like didn't make the flight home. I think I bought a sombrero and I was like, all right, let's go.
I like your travel purchases.
Pretty tight. I think I bought some chiclets too from the poor little kids. There's little. That's the thing in going to Mexico. Little chiclets, dude. They sell them. They have the pharmacies too. You can go in there and buy. That's what people do. They just buy pills. Dude, you can walk into. I don't know if it's like that now, but you could walk into Mexico, buy like as much pills as you want, and just walk right back. Now I think they hankered down. They bunkered down on it. Yeah. But yeah, that used to be the setup.
That's sick.
Yeah. But that's not what we came here to talk. Dude, here's what we came to talk about, dude. Big bash, dude. 35 joint birthday celebration. My pa, me, just being honored by the family. Ate some prime rib. Some taters. I didn't eat that much. I had a couple little, cashew butter cookies my mommy made. A little bit of cake. I actually made icing. It was pretty delicious. But yeah, so I didn't get that full. And dude, I wake up at 1 a.m. and I just go like, oh, it wasn't food poisoning. Feels like there's like, have you ever had food poisoning before?
Yeah.
You know how it feels like your stomach gets crampy? This wasn't crampy. It was just like, oh my God, my stomach feels like it's about to explode. It felt horrible. And I woke up and just was like, and do like 1 minute burps. And then I just like leaned over the toilet for like 30 minutes, dude.
Naked?
Yeah, I was naked, obviously. I sleep naked. So I'm leaning over the
toilet. Just
toilet.
want the viewer to know that you were naked throwing up on
100% naked.
After your birthday party.
100% naked. 1 o'clock in the morning, dude. It was just sitting there all quiet. And, I was just sitting there alone. I didn't want to wake up Brittany, so I'm like all quiet in the bathroom, just fucking like sitting there. I'd burp into the toilet, smell my burp, and go, ew. Ew. And I'm just hovering up like, please make me throw up. So finally, I feel like I'm about to throw up, and I just dry. Dude, my body refuses to throw up. Like, it won't. My body fights me. Like, I have to throw up. My body will fight it. It's the craziest fucking thing. So I'm sitting there like, Then Brittany comes in. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, I'm fucked up. I don't know what the fuck I ate. I feel so fucked up. So then this is a great time, especially for a bae, when, like, dude, they are so good at throwing up. Yeah. She was like, here's exactly what. She walked me through it. And, dude, I like fucking.
Yeah, they're dogs. They throw up. They're like, I had chocolate. Diarrhea.
Yeah, throwing up doesn't faze them at all, dude.
They have little kid belly.
They do, dude.
They just puke, just sitting in class. Dude, kids used to just puke at. Just be talking in the middle of like 4th grade. So be like, just like, holy shit, what was that? You just get to go home.
Puke on the carpet.
Some poor guy, the poorest guy in town, comes in and throws wood chips on it. Some guy whose level of poor you didn't know existed in your town.
Dude, The dude in my grade school, so the janitor's son went to our grade school, and he lived right on our street. So we used to, me, my cousin, and the kid who was...
We've talked about this.
He used to steal from Goodwill.
Yeah. Hold on, I want to hear it.
We used to like go, and we would go to Wawa to like steal Black and Milds, and then every single time we would be like, let's take turns, and every single time like, yo, it's your turn. So we would make the kid.
I hated if it was my turn,
dude. I would like. I think I stole the black. I was more of a candy thief. I would go in there and I could hit the candy aisle crazy, dude.
Yeah,
just all lined in my N1 waistband. But the tobacco thing had that like display where there used to be like just floor level, and you can just grab them right next to the thing. So we used to be like, yeah, I think it's your turn. And he would steal just like packs of Black and Milds. Philly, we were just fucking cheap Phillies blunts too. It was sick.
That's
dude.
awesome.
But we went to Goodwill. We cultivated a thief, dude. Then we're like, all right, let's go like just fuck around and see what Goodwill has and like walk around in there. Dude went for broke and stole a pair of Eddie Bauer cargo shorts.
The janitor? Janitor's son? The janitor's son?
Stole a pair of Bauers, dude.
Oh.
He couldn't resist them, and we didn't even know. He didn't even tell us.
Ocean's 11. It was a heist.
Dude, the lady came out. Someone
janitor's son's like, we're going to break into the homeless store and steal some gym shorts.
Dude, he went in. I mean, it was thieves. It was honor code, dude. We would go in there, maybe buy like weird T-shirts or like just buy like.
Did you guys like talk cool like they do in Ocean's 11?
100%.
Like,
there's the demo guy. There's the demo guy. Some guy was like, yeah. No, we would just have this kid steal stuff, and we would all smoke cigarettes. That was always the plan. We would just like steal a pack of cigarettes or some Black and Milds and smoke them. But he got ahead of himself. I mean, we were like sitting outside of Goodwill just eating all of our stolen candy. Be like, oh, it's gonna be tight when we smoke these cigarettes. And the lady came out and was like, you. And this dude just fucking booked. And we were like,
Janitor's son took off?
Yeah, she's like, he stole.
Damn.
We were like, no, he didn't. Like, he stole a pair of cargo shorts, and then we saw him rocking them the next week. We're like, you motherfucker. He's like, dude, these are too nice, dude. I couldn't give them up.
Fuck yeah. They had to be $4.
At the most.
Yeah.
At the absolute most, dude.
So fuck her. If you work for Salvation Army and someone steals, you got to be like, yeah, definitely take it. We got that for free.
You would think they had like a no chase. A lot of stores have no chase policies. That was Ajax was the one who told me about that. He was working at Sports Authority, and he told me, he was like, I'm not allowed to chase. He's like, once I leave the store,
love it.
I have to stop. You have to fully freeze. You can't chase someone outside the store.
And I don't want to besmirch that man, but he does suffer from, though he would follow the rule to the T.
He was a renegade as a bouncer, dude.
Oh, would he like assault people?
he got talked to a couple times. Well, he would just physically pick people up and
he's a big
pull
guy.
you out of the bar. People like, put me down. He would just be like, nope, and pull you and just pick you up and just physically remove you. It was, dude, too funny. They had to tell him, like, dude,
damn,
he was too hot, dude.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than that.
Ajax, get in my office. He was like a rookie cop, dude.
Yeah.
Get in my office.
Hand me your badge. Put your black T-shirt down. It says staff. I worked as a bouncer in college.
Did you really?
I did. I didn't card one person.
You were laissez-faire?
I was very like, yes, you could. Somebody would hand me like not even their fucking Westchester ID. I'd be like, come on, man, do better than this. But the guy I worked with like just started doing jiu-jitsu, and he was early at it.
They should screen for that,
2010 jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So he was like especially nuts.
And nobody knew how to do it.
He did get in trouble. He fucked a dude up one night.
Did he really?
Yeah, he took him out back and like beat his ass.
What?
Yeah, he was doing moves.
Yeah, you can't do them.
He did moves to a drunk college kid that was like just loud.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also the perfect job. The guy, when I was doing jiu-jitsu, he like saved the funds for his jiu-jitsu studio by bouncing. So he was just like full on like boxing and training, and he would just fuck people up like constantly. And then like he finally got enough money from fucking up drunk people to open up his own studio.
That's the dream.
I think it's a fair deal. We should let bouncers go a little. We should give them like a little more
respect.
Definitely lethal force. We should give them lethal force for sure. I think so. I think
if you drink too much, the bouncer should be allowed.
It's like international water kind of stuff.
He can kill you.
He's not going to, obviously, and we're going to try to not have that happen. But in a scuffle, if you die, it's just going to be the bar owner gets to look into it and be like, no, you just buy the book.
Those are pretty rough. Those suck.
What?
You ever see those like videos of people getting killed by bouncers?
No, dude, I never.
It's terrible.
I didn't think
it's
it
like
was
a drunk
thing.
kid. Yeah, it happens a lot.
What?
Bouncers will like push a drunk kid, they'll fall and crack their fucking head. It's crazy.
Can they sue?
Yeah, and I think the bouncers go to like jail.
Really?
Yeah. It's anyway.
Damn, dude, that's just the next level.
I'm half talking out of my ass on this.
I'm not sure.
They probably I don't know the laws.
True.
But
also think about that in terms of like the bouncer archetype. There's no better guy to get locked up for doing the right thing than just be fucking big in jail.
Yeah, you get to be.
Just have to continue like pushing people.
You get to be Nicolas Cage in Con Air. You get to be like, I'm in here because I got in a fight outside of a bar and things went too far. I'm not like you.
Some drunk kid called me a fag and I slammed his head into the wall.
I crushed a guy's head off of a booth in a bar. His head exploded in the bar. I kind of ruined the vibe.
But I don't want to talk about that. Dude, that's sick. We got to reach out to bounce. If you're a bouncer and you're in jail right now, please reach out to us.
You obviously listen to this. This is the number one locked up bouncer podcast.
It's just him. He's just like celled up with a guy who like was just over the limit and ran some lady over, and he's like, I shouldn't be in here either, brother.
Dude, a montage of the hits that bouncers killed people on.
Oh, fuck.
Just a dude full speed checking somebody into a booth, just killing a guy.
Bouncers, they always have like hog wrangling body too. A good bouncer, you don't want like a ripped. You want like hog wrangling.
That's what I was, dude. I was a complete. I do have the body of a hog wrangler. If I tuck in a t-shirt into jeans, I look exactly like every hog wrangler. I look like every guy who does like county fair pig noise competitions.
I think Butterly calls it cow strength. Yeah. You have cow strength.
One night, I was standing at the foot of the steps at Ryan's in Westchester, which is where I bounced. And
damn, do you at Ryan's? Mm-hmm. I've been kicked out of there.
Probably one of me and my band of brothers, dude.
I think I've been kicked out of almost every bar in Westchester at one point.
This kid came flying down there's upstairs. And I was standing at the foot of the steps. This dude left his feet probably at the top of the steps and just dove. He was parallel. And there was a wall at the bottom of the steps because it was like the side of the bar downstairs. Head first. Just while I was standing there, it was like a Wednesday night. Although that was wing night. That did rule.
True.
Ryan's has the best wings. I love Ryan's wings, dude. I might go to Westchester tonight.
You should. Just go sit there and be like, what are you doing? Be like,
just reliving the glory days.
I used to work here.
Back in 11, we would have shut that shit down. None of that bullshit would be flying here. Like, who are you, mister?
Who are you, mister?
Nothing, don't.
Yeah, the 50-year-old bartender's like, who are you, mister?
Yeah. Hey, mister. But yeah, dude, this kid, I've never seen anything like it. He was ambulance came in. This kid like died. He was like,
fuck.
It was crazy. And it was next to me and I was just standing there. And the rest of the bar was pretty empty. All of a sudden this dude flew down the steps and like it was so loud. And I was just like, holy shit, that guy just died. But I didn't care. It was weird. I didn't there was no part of me that was worried.
Well, you were in fucking.
I was literally just looking at a guy that just died, and I was like, we got called. That's all I did.
You should have fucking held him down just in case.
I should have put my knee in his back. Be like, stop resisting. That type of behavior is unacceptable. You can't die in here.
Yeah, it is funny that like for some reason bars get to hire their own like weird low-wage private security. Yeah. It's kind of it just gives you a glimpse into like the world of alcohol and the effects of it. Anywhere like you don't need bouncers anywhere else than like drinking establishments.
Of course,
you need to hire a dude who can like kick somebody's ass. It's like someone who it would be believable to look at them that they could kick everyone's ass in the establishment.
Yeah.
In order to have a bar, you also need like a strong dude.
Yeah, you just need big guys. Because that's the only thing, if you're hammered, that's the only thing you're going to respond to.
Well, the scrappy dudes get fired up. You get the scrappy dudes.
Well, those are the dangerous ones.
That's what I'm saying.
The tiny bouncers, you got to watch out for.
No, I'm saying, I used to have a roommate in college who was a bit of a scrappy dude. He's like a shorter, stockier dude. Yeah. He would get drunk and his fucking like elbow, and I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Yeah. He would just be like, "He's fucking mad." I'm like, "Dude, you're fucking scrappy dude mode."
That's how Nate gets.
Really?
Nate Marshall?
Yeah. He's scrappy dudes?
Nate Marshall's a big time scrappy dude. That's so funny. He's a complete scrappy dude. Like he's a little tiny, not tiny, but he's nice and he's sweet all day. He's very funny, and then I'll get a couple drinks in him. He's like, "These fuckers are looking at me wrong," and I'm like, "Dude, what are you doing?"
Dude, I'm telling you, I had a college roommate, wrestler. He was a wrestler. He would get in there, dude. And
that's why.
5 rum and cokes, and all of a sudden he was wearing the spandex again, dude. He'd be in there like
he's getting on all fours in front of people. Like you go first. assume the mount or whatever.
Yeah, dude. It was, huh?
Shayner's kind of a scrappy dude.
Is he a scrappy dude? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but I don't know. He doesn't seem to. He never gets actually scrappy with anybody.
He's more of a forlorn scrappy dude.
Yeah, he gets. You can get him fired up, but he doesn't. He never fights any of us.
Well, luckily he drinks enough to like kind of neutralize himself.
So, he drinks so much he can do nothing, dude.
Like he goes from scrappy dude to like laying on the floor. It's pretty quick enough.
Dude, he does. Last time we went over to Fennell's and played poker. Oh, so fun! You would have loved this. This was right up your alley. I kept trying to get Shayner because Shayner was blacked out.
Yeah,
I kept being like, "Yo, Shayner, you're gonna let O'Connor talk to you like that?"
Oh.
I kept trying to get Shayner to fight O'Connor, and O'Connor would be like, "Don't you see what he's doing?" I'd be like, "Don't let him talk to you like that, dude. You can see what I'm doing. You know, like you don't have to have him." And Shayner would just stand there and be like. You fucking, what did you say to me? We'd have to like kind of push him away. Just getting him to fight O'Connor is the best.
Oh fuck! What's also
O'Connor be like, he's doing this to both of us. Oh man!
It's also funny for someone in a blacked out state to like you somehow being able to like get right into their brain and be like, no, this is what's going on.
So
he's
easy.
like, Shane's right. Fuck O'Connor. You might be parcel tongue, dude.
For sure.
How Harry Potter can talk Slytherin.
I've been into the world. I've been into the upside down. I know how to speak that language. I was there Saturday, dude. I knocked over. I had a clock above my door in my room, above my door frame.
Yeah.
It was knocked over. I'd somehow knocked it off the wall.
You Captain Hook, dude.
I have no idea. I heard the ticks at night.
You have no idea how the clock fell down?
Oh my god, this bruise. This is terrible. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Blacking out, dude, I'm 33. Blacked out.
Knew that?
Blacked out.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, dude, it's not ideal.
Anyway, I got this. Can you see
Although
this
your Instagram
wicked
story
bruise
was,
on my
what
wrist?
the fuck, dude? Somebody accost you?
This must have been during the clock incident. I'm not sure what happened.
You hit it.
Bruise. If
you hit it where your hook would be.
Entire.
That's where your hook would be.
It's so fucking. I'm waking up like, what the?
Well, I mean, also, the getting a bruised wrist is the gayest possible spot you can bruise yourself.
What did I hit?
Or somebody gripped your wrist really hard.
True. Schultz might have accosted me. Man.
Dude, I laughed. I was with Blizz in the car, and he was like, yeah, I listened to your guys' podcast last week, and the part about fucking you talking about the way Dorian looked at you before going to bed, I forgot all about that. He specifically said he was in his room like laughing out loud, and I was like driving a car. I almost had to stop. I started laughing.
I haven't heard from Dorian. I thought he would have reached out after that and been like, yo, chill.
Just him playing Super Nintendo being like, huh?
Never mind. I'm not gonna.
Dude, but dude, man, I'm telling you, man, I've gone through something of a psychic puberty, dude. I'm like, I go down in the morning, I have like I used to talk about being a systems man. I'm actually, I can say it.
You're doing
dude.
it right now?
I was not stealing systems valor. I just was like, I couldn't really keep it up.
I had a feeling you were stealing a little systems out, but I'm not going to call you out on stealing systems out. I had a decent.
My heart was in the right place.
I know
dude.
it was.
It was like I wanted to get in the military, but I had flat feet.
Of course.
It was that kind of setup. Which, by the way, if that's the case, you should fully be able to wear. Like, dude, I tried to get in. I was too much of a threat. But yeah, dude, I'm on. I swear to God, it's the funniest fucking thing if you. Because I used to do all kinds of wild shit of like trying to kind of like stabilize my mood. If you get on a basic routine, and nobody wants to hear it because it's not like the sexiest thing. It's not like, oh, dude, I did like, I drank a gallon of ayahuasca and ascended. It's just like, no, I literally just made myself a schedule. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All your anxiety goes away because you're not like, what am I supposed to do? Dude, that's like one of the biggest, this year of like sticking to a routine has been, I think, my godsend through all this
that's
bullshit,
awesome.
dude. It's been fantastic.
I have not. But
But you're having a good
Things
time.
Are good. Yeah.
That's the other thing too. It's always everything's different for everybody else.
Sure.
There's no need to kind of like.
No, I wasn't. I didn't take it personally. It was weird though because Saturday Sunday I didn't have anxiety. Mm-hmm. Like I just had fun at this party.
That looked fun.
Like it wasn't like I woke up like, oh, I wish that. I was like, no, that was great. That was so fun.
You could be onto something too.
Just chugging beers with my buddies.
If you're drinking, instead of trying to quit drinking, just try to have the maximum amount of fun when you're drinking.
You have no idea how bad of an idea that is.
No, dude. You have to just make that a night to remember. Every night has to be a night to remember.
Every night, dude. I live for the nights I won't remember.
100%, dude.
And the people that I won't forget.
No, that genuinely looked awesome. I felt bad
really
for McGregor, dude. I was really pulling for him.
Oh, I know. It was sad.
Fucking crushed.
It's sad.
It's starting to be like, before
he's done,
he was on that like he could have a sick comeback thing, and now it's like.
I know. The problem is it is UFC, so you can get knocked out.
Yeah.
Like anybody, for the most part, can knock out anybody other than Khabib, for the most part.
Yeah, what's he up to?
He says he's retired, but.
Really?
Yeah. McGregor was trying to pull him in, but now McGregor's out. I mean, I don't know. He'll have to fight. Yeah, he'll just fight. I think I've been watching his Instagrams, just Khabib playing soccer. I think he wants to play soccer.
That's nice.
I don't know. I don't like it.
Him playing soccer?
I don't like when guys retire and do something they want to do.
Really?
I was watching that Tiger Woods.
You want him in the
fucking wrestle.
What's Tiger up to?
Did you watch the Tiger Woods doc at all?
No.
Bro.
What's he up to?
Bruh. I have never felt I know I've told you this before. One of my biggest regrets was being a chick about Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
I'm disgusted. Now, I came around like that year.
When you were pissed at him
just one South Park episode, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm being gay as fuck about this. But the Tiger Woods doc on ESPN it's fucking awesome. And it shows like his dad. I mean, Tiger started golfing when he was like 1.
Yeah.
He was like on Carson golfing. He was on like the Tonight Show.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy. But his whole life, he was going to be the best ever. His dad, like, forced him to be that. And then, obviously, he became the best ever. And then it turns out he fucked a lot of chicks while he was a, billionaire, best athlete in the world.
Yeah.
And the journalists, like, I'm becoming the guy who hates journalists. Not that I have any underlying reasons. But.
Yeah.
But. I remember when I was younger and I watched Green Street Hooligans. You remember that? They're like, you're not a fucking journo, are you? And I was like, what the fuck is their problem against journalists? Now I'm fully like, yeah, journalists suck.
Yeah.
These guys from the National Enquirer followed him. He was fucking this waitress, a Perkins waitress.
Ooh, come on now.
He was fucking everybody.
Ooh, but, hold on a second. That's just something to be said for that guy's fucking libido, dude.
Perkins waitress.
I mean, who doesn't go into
also,
fucking...
he was going to Vegas a lot with Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan. The three of them would go out in Vegas.
Yeah, dude.
And they would... what do you think those guys were doing?
I mean, dude.
Just hanging out with the fellas?
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine... It's got to be something of like a... You know the game Paperboy for Nintendo? It's got to be something of like a Paperboy route for those guys. To like not get pussy. It must just be like... You must be falling into it.
Yeah.
It's got to be honestly annoying to the point where it's like, dude, like, enough.
Anyway, this is the craziest part. So he's been fucking this chick. People from the National Enquirer, I think was what it was, followed him in their car. And they went and fucked in their car behind a building.
That's low.
She took her tampon out and threw it on the street. One of the journalists went and picked it up for proof.
It's pretty tight, actually.
What a disgusting weasel. And then they brought it to Tiger's team's attention. What happened?
They took the tampon.
They were like, we have the fucking tampon, dude. We know you fucked the Perkins waitress.
He fucked a Perkins waitress who was on her period.
Because he rules.
That's tight. No, I'm
Isn't that nice to know?
Yeah.
That even Tiger would fuck a Perkins waitress.
Do you think he fucked someone who worked at Baskin Robbins 31 too?
Oh, most definitely.
Do you think if he went to the KFC Taco Bell combination, he was like, I need one of each employee?
I'm sure that's where you're starting to get to the line.
KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, he was like, I'm going to have a foursome, dude, with a representative from each franchise. That's fucking... So he fucked a Perkins waitress on her period.
They bring the tampon to Tiger's team, and they say, hey, we got you. And then they blackmail him into doing the cover of Men's Fitness, which is the owner of National Enquirer also owns Men's Fitness, or did at the time. What? So they were just like, all right, well, we won't release it if you just do this for us. So he had to do this thing for them while they blackmailed him so they could make money. Like, it was...
Yeah, exactly.
And then he has a fucking press conference.
Yeah.
once he got caught, eventually he got caught. But eventually the hose couldn't keep it,
Yeah.
They had to yap.
It's a house of cards, bro.
You're not going to... And in their defense, I'd be pussy bragging too.
Yeah, dude.
Which is what they were doing. They were dong bragging.
Yeah.
It's a good dong to brag.
It's also, too, kind of a thing where I think on some level he knew what he was doing. It's like he wanted to hit the old reset button on his life.
I think so. Yeah, for sure. And they kind of alluded to that in the documentary. But he gets in trouble. Then he has to have a press conference for like 80 people.
Yeah.
Just sitting in this room, and everyone's very like, this is so sad.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's like, I got pussy? I don't know what that noise is. Anyway, what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
He was an adulterer. Who cares? And then, well, look, it's bad.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's not the nicest thing.
Yeah. But he got into like being a Navy SEAL for a little while and like doing his own thing.
Fuck
He
yeah,
loved
dude.
like scuba diving and trying to be a Navy SEAL, and it was like, no, dude, golf.
I
don't like when they start to retire and want to do other things.
I support it, dude.
No.
Tiger, dude, doing Navy SEAL. First of all, the guy, nobody wants to come as bad as him. So that's the only thing. If you can't come like you used to, SEAL training.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
He was
dude.
going like in their like training facilities, like door to door, like breaking in,
Fuck,
like,
dude, that
clearing
fucking
houses
rules,
with
dude.
them. Yeah.
The guy's trying to live it. He's had his life dictated to him his entire life by other people.
Yeah.
He fucked his way out of it, swag, and then did SEAL training. Awesome.
And then
he comes back and
comes back and won the Masters like last year.
Dude. Yeah, the dude rules, man.
Yeah, I hate myself for ever doubting him.
You couldn't help it. You were in a heavy household.
I'm very Catholic, and when I
Exactly.
hear somebody commit adultery, I hate it. Matt, I'll tell you what. When I heard about your divorce, it made me sick to my damn
dude, I'm
stomach.
telling you. I think my dad judges me, I think.
Does he really?
not to my face, but he'll be like, that guy, he's on his third wife, obviously. And I'm like, I'm on my fucking second, bro. What the fuck?
A second. Chill.
Come on, bro.
He said third to you before?
He's like, you guys been married 3 times, obviously. Fucking. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man?
All right, whatever guy who's been married 3 times. Like, all right, what kind of insult is that?
Dude, it's like my dad just like constantly talks to me about how annoying girls are, and then he's like, this guy's been divorced like 3 times.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It's like, no,
I get his point. I get his point.
I'm
It's
sorry,
like,
I shouldn't have brought up divorce. I was just joking.
no, dude, I don't care at all.
Gerby's.
I don't care at all. But
Gerby's
it's
just falling. It's all right.
Gerby's is like, I'm fucking out of here.
That's all right. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is fun. I've noticed my dad has a tick. That's one of his ticks. If a dude had multiple wives, he's just like, weirdo.
Yeah, he didn't stick it out like the rest of us. Went through hell.
Yeah. They still battle, dude.
Of course.
They still battle.
Can you imagine?
It's so fucking funny. Watching them go at it is just like what is there to fight about?
Bill told me about a fight recently.
Yeah, man. Billy stoked the flames.
Yeah.
They got my mom fired up. I don't know, dude. It's like they'll like both fuck around. Him and my brother Tom will fuck with my mom, and I'm like, dude.
I know. Well, that's
Why?
a bad thing I do. I fuck with my mom.
I can't,
too.
dude. No,
I
way.
like. Yeah, I can't. Well, the way she reacts,
Yeah.
I can't not. And I do need to definitely.
Billy
stop.
got a spaz out of my mom. Apparently.
Yeah, when you get a spaz, it's terrible. It feels
dude.
horrible.
Got an F word out of her, dude.
Really?
She doesn't really curse like that.
Yeah,
But
I guess I did stop. I did stop messing with her, but I will. Whenever I'm home and I see her doing wild shit, I'm kind of the only one that'll be like, "What are you doing?"
What's she up to?
Just kind of nagging people, enough that it's like, leave him alone.
Yeah,
like
that's
she'll
true.
come in and be like, "What are you doing?" Like my dad, and I'll be like, "You know what he's doing?
Yeah,
Like,
let
he's
him
doing the
be.
same thing he's done for 60 fucking years. It didn't change today."
Yeah, man, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, don't
Pardon
be
me.
sorry at all.
So you and your mommy and daddy are fighting as well.
Nah,
you and
they
me,
just-
I feel sick about it when my
What?
mommy and daddy fight.
I never see it, but
I've never, yeah.
Apparently he fired. They have more kind of issues around like my, it's a family business. My mom will be like, "Here's what we should do." My dad will just literally the face he makes. He goes,
Yeah, that's it every time, dude. Yeah.
he just drops his neck and he's like, "Mayor, just let me." And then he'll just be like, he does this.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
Well, yeah, that's all you can do. You can only appeal to heaven.
Yeah,
You
literally.
can
Yeah.
only just be like, "God, take this burden away from me. I can't hit her, God."
I remember when we were teenagers, we were all in a conversion van. He was like, "Your mom's a fucking psycho." It was me and all my brothers, and we're just like, he's like, "She just fucking reinvents history." And then we'll be sitting there. He's like, "I never changed a diaper in my life. I had 6 kids." And it's like, all right, well, fucking.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that could do it.
Yeah.
That could turn a nice wife into a bit of a
you know,
bit of a fucking
start
psycho.
to nag on you a little.
Oh, I would kill somebody if they didn't help with that.
For sure. My mom's big family is everything.
I would never help.
What do you mean?
So I'm criticizing. I would say from your mom's perspective, I agree with her. From your dad's, 100%. That's what I will do.
What? Just never help?
Almost never help. I can tell you that's headed down the pipeline for me.
Yeah, it's
no. I'll do it.
It's one way to do it, man. Just to be like, nah, I don't do that kind of stuff. In terms of like,
true, kind of like Wood,
household duties.
Wood in South Bend. Just like, no, I made a deal with myself. I wasn't gonna do anything. All right. Where are we at?
But yeah,
where are we at?
Oh, we got plenty of time right now because
Good.
We're on a hard out for you.
I have a hard out. I have to do an interview with ESPN San Antonio. Ooh. They want to talk about my illustrious
football career.
No, they don't want to talk about that. I'm just doing a show. San Antonio, Texas, this weekend. Please come.
Spud was telling me that ESPN is just all social justice now.
Holy shit!
That's all it is.
If you haven't seen it lately, it's like it's
crazy. Yeah.
I watched it this morning. And they were like, I guess in the Super Bowl there's going to be a female ref, and they were just like the hosts talking back and forth were like, yeah, and the NBA's hired 6 women this year. It's officials, and they're like, the NBA is always the most progressive. That's great. Anyway, back to like they literally were like they're the most progressive. Yeah. That's great.
Well, what are they going to do for like? Are they going to just keep them at either end of the court because they can't run with the men? So what are they going to do? Just have them cherry pick? Like they'll be, you take this half, you take that. They're going to give them like zone. They're going to have like a zone refereeing.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they're going to handle this. No, they get some good.
No, they'll be.
I'll tell you what. Basketball is the one I can definitely. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Lesbians love basketball.
True.
They played it, and women can play basketball at a relatively. Like I watched a hockey game the other day with a female announcer. Mm-hmm. Took me right out of it.
Really?
I was very annoyed that a woman was.
Dude, I know.
It's like, dude, give us.
I know a girl who played hockey.
Let us
for
keep
years.
hockey.
No way, dude. Oh, you want to keep hockey as like
keep hockey. Let the boys have.
As a white patriarchal stronghold.
Yeah. What do you think hockey is? Come on, man. Let the guys have hockey. True. No woman is sitting down to watch the fucking Leafs versus the Wild.
Some girls like hockey.
Girls like hockey players. Hockey players are the cutest.
Really?
And they have the cutest butts.
True, dude.
You ever watch hockey guys and think about their butts?
No, I always thought they looked kind of more like faces of meth. Hockey guys are usually kind of like
when they lose their teeth roughed. And shit. Sure.
But when they come out of
hockey players are very. You ask a good white bae,
yeah,
she'll tell you NHL.
Really?
Hottest guys. Soccer, too gay. They're the most beautiful.
Yeah.
NHL, hottest.
Wow.
I think that's just because they're the most normal looking white guys to them.
The hockey players?
Yeah, they're all like fucking like 5'10" white guys.
They got long hair.
Yeah.
True.
You couldn't look at Manu Bowl and be like, that's my guy.
Dude.
See him slithering through the water.
I like him, dude. I like the fact that he went down there to try to straighten up Sudan, and they try to capture him. They try to capture all 7 feet of Manu Bowl. It's like, dude, what kind of fucked up thing is this?
Think of him running away.
He got away.
Yeah, he just
he
like Happy Gilmore's boss. He got out of there.
Yeah, the government of Sudan claims that like I don't know why everyone's leaving. They're just being babies about this. But we didn't attack them. Their government holds it down like liars.
Dude, I heard somebody just told me this because I was talking about Hotel Rwanda. Mm-hmm. The guy who's the main character in that's like getting arrested by that government now.
What?
The other government won.
Really?
Or something. I don't know. And I think he was supposed to be like a humanitarian like hero in this movie. And then I think in real life he's being held captive.
What?
By the Rwandan government.
Yeah, dude. They're the politics right now.
Maybe Hollywood didn't tell the whole story.
Ethiopia's having problems too now. I think they're like starving.
Really?
They're starving.
Ethiopia's been hungry for a while.
Yeah, they're apparently someone's going to starve like a rebel camp. That's like what's happening right now. In Ethiopia, yeah.
That's no good.
Yeah, apparently back in the 80s when they were starving, when we had that like kick-ass concert for them, yeah, that was apparently a man-made like food blockade. Everyone, that's according to something I read. They were saying it was their communist leader.
Nowadays, they all are. Technically.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Nowadays,
absolutely.
Every food shortage is a man-made. Somebody was like,
yeah,
they don't need that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they can all be shit.
Matt's going to get cookies and steak and cake for his birthday.
To like throw up.
Those people? No.
Yeah, dude. For sure. Dude, I felt like I get ashamed of myself when I throw up too. So I threw up, and dude,
why?
I don't know. It's a weird. It's like a subconscious thing.
If you throw up from being sick, I get thrown up from a hangover.
With the weirdest part,
like, what the fuck am I doing?
I usually just feel so relieved if I throw up when I'm hungover.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, thank God that's over.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's not like a thing that I think about. I was just like, the whole rest of the day, I was just like,
yeah.
I had to stick my finger down my throat.
Ruined your birthday,
dude. Well, I don't care about that, but it was just like. Dude, it just fucking sucked. Just be over the toilet and be like, yeah. It was, awful.
I just threw up.
Did you?
Yeah.
When? Or after the party?
It was New Year's.
Really?
I could have sworn I just threw up after a night of drinking. Well,
it's nice if you're blacked out and throw up and you kind of vaguely remember throwing
up.
No,
I threw up the next day.
Ooh.
And it was like I had just chugged a Powerade.
It
came back up cold.
A Powerade?
It was like still cold. Yeah, I chugged like a cold Powerade.
I'm thinking all sports. You chugged a Powerade.
Yeah. And then
What flavor? Blue?
I think it was orange.
Oh, nice.
This is a nice treat on the way back up.
Yeah.
Now, before we keep this moving.
Yeah.
Because this thing's flying.
100%.
Lamar.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Now, we discussed before the show a little bit that you have been trying your best not to come.
Yes.
Yes.
What a disgusting endeavor you're on. Why?
Why?
Has it become a problem?
It's not, yeah. It's just
You would say your masturbating has become a problem?
It's just been a
well, no, repeat what I said. Would you say
masturbation has become a problem?
Ew.
How many? What are you talking in terms of time frame?
Just mess with you, man. Yeah, what are we talking about?
Oh man,
we're friends,
45
dude.
minutes to an hour.
Whoa, you jerk off for an hour?
You're really trying to find the perfect porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Is the camera on you right now?
Yeah.
It's on Noah.
Right,
it's on Noah. It's on Noah.
Yeah. I want them to see the sadness in your eye when you said, yeah. Yeah.
Been there, brother. Yeah.
So you jerk off for an hour?
I used to do that, dude. I'm just greedily searching for. I'm like, this isn't the one.
Daily?
This isn't the one.
Yeah.
How many times a day?
Oof.
No.
Maybe it's not like it was like it's like a couple times in the stretch.
Dude,
you know?
Lemaire,
what's going on here? What's the stretch?
What are you looking
at? You're multi-nutting.
Like I'll come.
You'll ejaculate out of your penis.
You'll shoot out of your penis.
Yeah.
You'll shoot semen out of your penis. You'll pulse hard.
Yeah.
Okay. And then all right, so you'll jerk off for 1 hour straight.
Yeah.
And then pulse once?
It's like watching a video.
Lemaire,
a flash of Lemaire's autism just holy shit, dude. I'm sorry. Never mind. Forget about this. I'm sorry. You all right?
I'm good. All
right. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's okay.
Damn,
it's just coming back.
What is?
You're fucking
just like the jacking off. I was just thinking about it.
Treacherous behaviors, dude.
You have fucking flashbacks and jerking off? Obviously. Yeah, everybody remembers.
You dig it like this. You're like, yeah.
Oh, no. All right. So you can't control your arm. Your arm's the problem. Once that thing gets going, you might have jerked off right here. All right. But just to answer this, you're kind of dancing around this. So you jerk off for 1 hour and you finish once per hour.
I finish once. Okay, I finish once per hour, and then I'll stop. I'll watch something else, and I'll be like, I don't think I saw the video I liked, and I'll just go
run it back.
Go back for another hour.
Yeah.
So now you're looking at 2 hours possibly a day.
It was like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
So to put it in perspective,
you jerked off for 2 hours a day for how long? Because dude, this is the craziest shit I've heard.
I used to do this, dude. I used to do long I wouldn't do the second one. I would try to be like, let me run that back, but I would do more of a quicker one. But there's like a kind of a weird delight in ripping the second one. You're like, yeah, fucking I'm coming again. It's gonna be awesome. I used to sit there and just, dude, I would be like, I'm gonna jerk off and then take a nap, and I would just, dude, 45 minutes to an hour of just like, not that one, not that one, not that one. Dude, it
kind of get the searching, but are you going at it while you're searching?
I'm just like kind of fapping quietly, and then like if I would start to build myself up to the point where I'm about to bust my nut, I would be like, slow it down, brother.
Really?
Yeah, and I'd be like, that's Saint the one. Because there's nothing worse than when you're fapping and then you just like blankly come to the video. Oh, big time, dude. Yeah. But then if you're fapping and you come to like an unexciting video and you like kind of just blankly come, you're like, it's like, it sucks.
Man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you're trying to fill a void, dude. You're trying to fill a deep, deep void.
I don't feel that way when
you don't have the void.
I just
you have something of a pyramidal value system, dude.
5 minutes.
You got you got your eye on the
before
prize.
Bed.
You get your eye on the prize, dude. If you don't have your eye on the prize, you start to just be like.
Just while I'm reading about Pelelu, I'm like, well, these guys had it pretty bad. So you're jerking off 2 hours a day. How long have you been doing this?
A while.
How long would you say?
Maybe like
most of your adult life?
Yeah, not most. Because sometimes I'd stop again.
It's off and on. It's off and on. It's off and on.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make you look bad or feel bad. I'm just.
No.
I guess.
Well, just to put it, this is a perspective I'd like to put it in, Lemaire. And when you think about this, while you're jerking off in an hour and a half to 2 hours, again, which I used to do, just think there's a person out there who's enduring like an hour and a half commute back and forth from work. It's a weird way to think of it. There's a guy in his car just gripping the wheel.
Just jerking off
and
on
you're
a
just
Greyhound.
you're just in a fucking screen.
Just jerking off on a SEPTA. That's what he's doing in between work. On his way home, he's in the back.
No, he's just fucking, white knuckling some NPR. And the whole time doing that, you're fucking.
He's white knuckling some Lash Me Sing.
Just funny thing about it, for a person's entire commute, you're just like.
That's a long sesh. So all right, so I take it back. I was a little critical of your Nofap.
But sometimes after it though, if after the long sesh, if you do find the right video after basically an hour of edging, dude.
All right, well then enjoy it.
No, dude, but then the time, dude, look at these.
Fuck that. Who cares? I mean, obviously,
dude, fapping for an hour of your day.
Now that's you. You have a very busy.
I'm an ambitious man.
Yes, Lamorp. Take an hour out of fucking Capcom versus Marvel or whatever. Fire one off.
I think
that's just as good.
I think he doesn't want Capcom versus Marvel. How much Capcom versus Marvel do you want, Lemaire?
Not a bunch. I got a little bit.
It's funny when you always got to fit a little in.
You got to fit a little in. I mean, come on. It's the point of fucking living.
True.
So you were on a Nofap, and this is all just leading us to the story, but it's more important to get the.
5 days.
It's like you did 5 days coming.
5 days Nofap. Yeah, I went to.
What's 24 times 5?
120
hours.
Why would you embarrass the whole group like this?
120 hours.
All four of us like. I hope someone else gets it quick.
I think it's 120 hours. So you did 120 hours fat free.
You carrying the? Yeah, he's carrying it.
Yeah.
You can see he's doing the math.
120.
Yeah.
All right. So you can do it. You can do it, and then just.
Yeah, but I was dizzy. Like I was like getting dizzy.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Matt's talked about experiencing a bit of cum fever himself.
Yeah, man. I would do like a 6 day on like a 7th was like my limit. Now, I honestly think I could rock a 7 day. I mean, I think I like do it pretty regularly now. But at first, dude, I would go like fucking 6-7 days, and I'd be doing push-ups, and like my heart would skip a beat. You get like that Red Bull vodka feeling almost. If you don't come for a lot of days, and your body's making the stuff.
Sure.
If you're putting in the orders.
Sure.
They're fulfilling.
The demand's there. The supply is building.
Supply is there. You got like wartime effort going on in terms of production.
Some guy, the factory in your nutsack's like, these were supposed to go out yesterday. What the hell are these doing here? So, Lamorp, you're an hour 120 of not jizzing, and you've been jerking off for 3 to 4 hours a day your whole adult life. So now, all right, so what happens next?
I go to the movies. I want to go see a movie. I'll go to see One Night in Miami.
Okay, so now you're celebrating your heritage.
Yeah.
What's One Night in Miami?
I think it's like Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X and
Jim Brown. It's the Black
Jim
Avengers.
Brown. Hell yeah. Black Avengers get together and they're like, we gotta shut down this racism, y'all.
What the hell did Charles say about pulling up our pants?
Yeah.
They're just trying to stop Sir Charles, dude.
Jim Brown was the man. Also, I think supported Trump.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. Sick. I love to see it. I did not.
True.
Me? Not me. I could never. Do you hear this, AOC? Not me.
True. I'm telling you, man. They're like
they're rounding them up.
something has to give. There has to be a symbolic show of force against anyone who would dare storm the Capitol, dude.
I got one more for you after this.
Yeah.
Now, you got me fired up when I was asking you about that book. That'll definitely get this show flagged. I guarantee you're not allowed to say that word.
Really?
Yeah.
The book?
Yeah, probably. All right.
So you're in the theater.
You're celebrating Black history. You're cum dizzy.
Which, to be fair, is the best way to celebrate Black history.
Now here's going to be my favorite part. What sweet treats did you get at the movie theater?
They didn't have any.
No treats.
No treats.
Did you tell them you haven't came in 7 days? I need some Twizzler nibs right now.
I wonder if one of them saw you walking around and thought it was like Five Nights at Freddy's, where like a animatronic bear started walking around. All right.
Yeah.
So you're snackless and horny.
Yeah. And
no snacks.
No.
And high.
And yeah, for sure.
Oh, obviously you doped up.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
And no drinks? They didn't have drinks in there? You brought your own?
No, I had a water. I had it in my thing.
All
I
right.
always try to say strap of water.
Shame on you for not bringing your own snacks to the movie theater. That's
Yeah.
Can't believe
But I
you
thought
did.
I'd be able to go in and buy some if it's open.
What snacks would you have gotten?
money bags.
I would have got a popcorn and some gummy worms.
Okay. Solid, a little sweet and salty.
Good
Go on.
order. All right. Cum filled. No gummy worms.
No popcorn.
Celebrating Black excellence.
Yeah. So I walk into the theater and there's this couple. It's just me and this couple. They're sitting up front, and then they just like walk. They get up and walk behind me, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna go fuck.
You thought that to yourself.
Yeah, because I kind of willed it. Like
I'm thinking you did.
Yeah, I was just
Maybe that cum in you charged everybody up.
Yeah.
The endorphins you released.
You might have had a cum hallucination.
It's true.
Like
You may have seen porn.
It's like the delirium tremens for cum instead of alcohol.
Yeah. That was your pink elephant. Isn't that what it is? A pink elephant?
No.
So wait, were they like audibly having sex?
So
behind
a couple, so you're filled to the brim with jizz, and this couple sneaks behind you.
me. And I'm trying to watch black people talk on the screen, so I just hear, and I hear just like,
Really?
like in the background, yeah, and they're just like gawks and.
Was it a white couple or black?
She was
couple?
giving him head. What do you?
I think they're black. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm no offense.
No, it was a white lady. It was a white lady.
Oh, dude,
Whoa,
that's
this
the
guy got his dick
ultimate-
sucked to Malcolm X by a white lady. Holy shit!
Damn, dude. So you're just surrounded by black excellence at this point.
That's the most black excellence.
Oh, dude.
I thought they closed the AMC on Columbus Ave.
It was.
They did it?
It was the Rivers 5.
Okay.
Ritz, 5, whatever. Yeah.
Where's that at?
Old City.
Damn, so a guy got his dick sucked by a white lady during one night in Miami? And now, all right, last one, I'm sorry. How hard were you?
True.
Dude. I couldn't focus on the movie. I
Well,
couldn't
that's
focus on the movie.
very understandable. If someone's getting their dick sucked directly behind me, I'm kind of...
Yeah, I mean, you're not talking. It wasn't Avatar, dude.
Yeah, true.
I would have called the usher and be like, dude, I'm sorry.
You'd
one of my
have
favorite
to,
movies.
or just move. You'd have to move.
No
down.
way, dude. You got to stand your ground on that.
If someone starts getting their dick sucked right behind you,
There's no way I'm moving.
how long were they fucking?
The whole movie.
Damn, dude.
It's 2 hours.
Really?
They
knew you weren't going to snitch.
I wasn't going to snitch. I'm not a snitch. I did
Yeah.
I did look back a bunch. Go like, hey, you guys.
So you're a
have
pervert?
sex. Yeah, I am a pervert.
Pervert's
I would have
wild.
definitely, dude. I would have moved behind them and been like,
True.
Yeah. I wanted them to ask me to join. That's like, hey.
obviously. I mean, she should have. It's kind of
Yeah.
fucked up she didn't.
It's like you guys are in the.
Did you clap at the end of the movie? Stand up and clap for them.
Yeah, they stopped. Oh, at the end of the movie, Sam Cooke started singing "A Change Will Come," and they stopped fucking. It was real good.
Out of
It was
respect?
good.
Wow.
Out of respect of how good that part is. Yeah.
So there was, I was born. He's like, all right.
Yeah.
Enough.
This guy getting
Get off me, bitch.
He's like, hold on, baby. Watch this. This is beautiful. Hold on, baby.
In
One
a
second.
little tent. He just started crying. He's like, get off me, bitch.
So that was obviously the end of the Nofap. I know exactly where that led.
Yes.
Dude.
I've witnessed Matt fall from the exact
Same fucking thing, dude.
Oh, man, that was how nice was that? Me and Matt were at a friend of mine's house, and a nice young college girl we only hang out with the youngest, most supple boys and girls. So we were young too. This was probably like 4 years ago. Yeah. So I was not even in my 30s. But you're allowed to fuck college kids if you're in your 20s. And we didn't fuck out. But
your 30th birthday, they tear up your college ID.
Yeah, you're not
no
allowed
more
to fuck
fucking
college.
Sweet college babies.
Can I text them? Yeah, you can text them, but they're gonna tell on you eventually. What? They will. Fuck it. But
yeah.
Matt's we were sitting there and this couple got up and went and just fucked in this room right behind, but you could hear her, and we had just been sitting with her all night.
Exactly, we're hanging out, you know.
And it's like, oh, she's great, I'd love to fuck her, and then you just hear her getting fucked in the next room.
Yeah, dude.
And Matt was on a Nofap.
I was on like a 7-day Nofap, and I'm like sitting there. I think like people were playing cards or something.
Yeah, we were playing cards.
And all of a sudden, I'm sitting here just being like, if my memory serves me correctly, she had some fucking big naturals.
She had some heavy naturals.
Big naturals, and I'm on a 7-day Nofap, and I'm sitting here just like, she's all nice.
You know those naturals are getting knocked around just in a room right behind you.
Yeah, I can picture them clearly. Like I'm thinking they're like one of those like down and out kind of setups. So I'm like, oh man. So they start doing their thing, and I'm sitting there like, I'm like, hey, I'm out of here. I had to go.
You got any more Yinglings?
Dude, I was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna get out of here. I listened to like about a half an hour, 45 minutes of it, and I was like salivating. Went home and just unleashed a 7-day, no porn, no anything. Just remembered the noises, and was just like, just a Nofap all over my little fucking sofa bed, dude.
Damn.
Dude.
You guys got problems.
I couldn't do. What the fuck? That was crazy. No, I'm not even mad.
After what I confessed to you guys before this, I would never condemn you on this.
What'd you confess?
No, it was a confession off air, man.
True.
Jeez Louise, dude. Is nothing sacred?
True. But dude, yeah, man. So I feel your pain. Although I do think removing porn from your life is a good move.
Yeah,
doesn't have to be, but it's.
I'll tell you what. I've kind of again, not after what I just told you, but I've come around kind of naturally to not caring about it. Like it's like I don't know. It's kind of the exact same thing every single time.
Yeah, it is.
And I can't get weirder.
Yeah.
That's what's nice. Like I can't. Like if I watched T-porn at all, not for me.
Yeah.
None of that's for me.
No, yeah, it is.
Every once in a while I can get like a real dark, weird one.
T-porn is the sign of when you're getting like voided out, when you just you're like trying to get deeper and deeper into it, and then it's like, dude, I like stopped watching that shit.
You keep digging until you get to
I stopped watching that shit,
gay.
dude. And as soon as, dude, for real. What was funny is like, you get that T-porn, something that can snag you, and dude, I think there's a lot more soldiers out there who are just like not talking about their T-porn.
Sure. Anytime when you and me talked about it when you confessed to it, first off, I had never even imagined it.
Yeah, dude.
I couldn't believe it, but as soon as I remember I condemned you.
Yeah.
I said, shame upon this.
I think
everybody we knew came out and was like, fucking, come on, man.
T-porn,
what the fuck's wrong with you? Where, are you gay?
And I was like, funny. It's funny because it really should not be a big deal. It really shouldn't. If we're like, everyone's moving forward, we're doing all new stuff, it's not a huge deal. I'll say this is the thing, though. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you. It should be something that is moved past. However, as soon as I kind of like got my ducks in a row, it just lost all of its allure. Dude, I'm telling you, it was the phallic mother. I think I was bowing before the phallic mother, and as soon as I fucking integrated myself fully, well, not fully, obviously, like 3/4 of the way, I'd say. Yeah, I've like pulled it up and just been like, ugh.
Yeah,
same thing. Dude,
that's how it always should have been. It should have always been like, oh, fuck.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
But if you're in the existential vacuum, dude, if you're adrift, the fucking sirens, dude, the dong sirens start calling.
The ladies with dongs.
Pull your ship over here.
You're all right. There's nothing wrong with it. You're exactly right.
No, I'm telling you, I think it should be, I think we have bigger fish to fry as a species right now. But I will say, it's one of those things that I think if you're watching it being like, why am I watching this? It's like, you should probably start like examining some things.
Yeah, I think if you were doing it and feeling guilty, I don't know. If I watched porn and felt guilty after or like something, then I'd be like, this is bad. Because I'm usually very easy to feel guilty about almost anything.
I do like if you watch it, you're done, you just go like,
Dude, 100%. Like, there's nothing to it to me.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. I put no stock in it at all.
That's good.
If I don't do it, I just forgot.
Yeah.
That's all. It's on my to-do list.
It's just like something you'll get around to.
I should jerk off.
Yeah.
Did I jerk off?
No, there is something to be said for like maintenance jerks. Like, you do got to get it, you can't be running on too hot all the time. But I will say, in a relationship, you can get to the point where you start to get kind of like do vengeance porn. Not like vengeance porn, but like you get in an argument, and you're like, I'll just fucking jerk off, fuck you. And then you can start to get I'm not talking about like getting into like come here bitch porn, but like I've never got into snuff porn. I'm just talking about being like fuck you then. Just like, I'm just gonna fap, and then you just like fap for like 3 days straight. And
true.
Then Faye wants to have sex, and you're just like you fap yourself into an empty B.
All right, yeah, that's fair. I've run into that problem. That is certainly an issue.
Sucks, dude.
Lemaire, sorry I stretched that story out so much. That should have been 1 second of you just being like, yeah, this couple fucked at a movie behind me. But I'm glad we got to the bottom of you jerking off for like several hours a day.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. It's
good you came clean and admitted it to thousands of people.
Well,
I feel free now.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You got to let it. No, dude, I used to do that all the time.
No, I know.
And dude, so many fucking people do.
It's cool when girls do it.
Not even.
It actually is not, but
to me, dude, as a father,
to me,
nah.
Disgusting.
To me, when I hear about, I'm like, what the fuck?
If I hear about a girl masturbating,
I mean, if they're gonna for a quick one-off, if a girl's like, I'm laying in my room masturbating all day, I'd flip the bed. I just get the fuck.
Flip the mattress out.
100%. I told you I want to go back on Tinder on Slut Patrol. Go on Tinder as a married man and just critique women. Like, what are you doing? What the hell's this?
Do you know what that would lead to?
What?
You can barely withstand the dong sirens, dude. What do you think's gonna happen if you got on Tinder? You're like, yo, I'm just doing this. This is a little project I'm working on to help women. Actually, you're actually very beautiful.
Or just be a match.
The reason I was being so hard on you is because you're so sweet and beautiful. She matched with me? Oh.
You like Avatar: Last Airbender too?
We just met to get dinner to talk. I'm trying to help her out. Dude, I would fall in love so quick with that.
As soon as someone's like, "You're right," I'd be like, "I am." Like, what else do you want to know?
Do you want to just hang out and talk? All right, we gotta switch
Slide
over
the page, dude.
to the Patreon.
Oh man.
If you get a chance and you live near San Antonio, Texas, the 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st, I'll be down there. That's a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday show. So some of those will probably be pretty light. Please come. The 4th, 5th, and 6th of February, I'll be at Raleigh, at Goodnights in Raleigh, North Carolina. And then I believe the 19th and 20th of February, I'll be at the Arlington Draft House in Washington, D.C.
It's a nice little stretch.
Little fun stretch there.
Hell yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. Matt, do you have anything you want to plug here?
Dude, just my just psych null. I got the logotherapy vids working. I'm doing them now, like kind of like documentary style. I throw like stock footage and shit. It's pretty fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm getting into making internet stuff. That I did one,
out.
but I'll have it done soon.
And that's like helping the bros.
It's helping the bros. Between that and Romos is getting the bros fucking on the straight and
Lamar,
narrow.
get on that.
Psych null is getting the mindset.
Get on the psych null and stop masturbating so much, would you?
Yeah, dude.
No, tell him to knock that. That's weird, right?
Just knock it off.
He didn't agree that it was weird. No one masturbates for hours.
You know, sometimes.
I mean, dude, if you got that thick fucking root.
If I had a root like Noah's, I mean,
you gotta grip it every now and again.
that thing around.
Not every day, multiple hours. Sometimes, you just gotta pull it out for a little bit.
We're trying to end the episode, dude. Don't be a hog. Don't try to steal Lemaire's thunder.
Yeah, you might have a thick root, dude. You don't have to be a thick root, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Hogging out on the end of it.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding, no.
Thank you,
I love
guys.
your dick.
Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
What up, dudes? What's going down?
What up?
What's happening, bro?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
You know me, dude. You know what I've been up to?
What's that?
Up early, dude.
Yeah? Did you get up early today?
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Yeah, late night last night.
It's my
party time. Mr. Cool, Matt McCusker.
What?
Party time.
You slander me? I was, dude, I was the only one. I was like, hey, guys, I got to get home. I was more responsible than the people out watching the show.
Yes.
I was like, no, I'm going to bed.
You were more responsible than...
I saw the 10:45 on my phone. I was like, I'm trying to be in bed by like 11:15.
Man.
And I was. Went home, took a warm shower. I had comedy ass, which sucked.
You had, yeah.
Every time, dude.
I've had comedy ass for a week.
Really?
I just had a vicious mud butt. Just a
well, if you have
consistent mud butt for like a week.
Yeah, but then it turns into lava butt. Because, like, I had a hot ass. By the time I got home, I had what was comedy mud butt. But I walked all the way home. turned into hot lava ass.
Yeah.
So then I had
that
to
requires a shower.
I had to like take a very like acid razor knife ass wipe. Hurt like a son of a gun.
Yeah.
And then I went in the shower, took the water to it. Still hurt. So then I had to hit the Vaz.
So you Vaseline your
I
ass?
had to reset. Yeah.
You went home.
I had to do a continue. Yeah. That's like the best. If your ass is like messed up, just slather Vaseline in it, go to bed. It's totally healed when you wake up. It's awesome.
I had no idea.
Yeah, dude, just Vaseline.
All right.
You got a sore hiney? Vaseline, get some Vaz up in there. You can't dip the same finger.
You trying to fuck me?
Whoa, dude.
This guy's trying to put a hit on me?
Whoa, dude.
Some fucking...
You accuse me of partying.
You
accuse me, no offense to anyone, of being a homosexual just because I'm not.
Is this guy trying to fuck me right now? What the hell's going on? I met a guy who...
Oh, dude, it's so
great
funny.
guy. He's a good friend, but he believed multiple guys were trying to fuck him.
They probably were.
Well...
You know how many guys try to fuck
because I hit him with the... Also, thanks for snitching on me, Lemaire, to Dorian.
What?
I slept over there, and Dorian was like, I heard you had a good joke about me, and I was going to listen to it. And I was like...
No,
I mean, it's mostly about me holding you down and fucking your mouth. That's the joke we do. So I tried to do that. There was a guy I met, and I tried to hit him with the, if you're not doing anything, we could go back to my room and fuck. He was like, stop right now. Like, he was very like, cut that shit out.
He hit you with like 50-year-old energy.
He immediately was like, I don't joke about that. Don't joke about that.
God, dude, that's such a sick personal policy.
Yeah.
Excuse me? I know you're having fun, but...
I got a feeling you're joking,
rules.
but don't goof about being gay.
I'm not. At all.
He was not, dude. He refused to come to my hotel room.
Of course, dude.
He didn't come in.
You were flying the funny business flag.
Yeah, he didn't come into the hotel. He stayed in the lobby when I went up to the room.
He probably monitors...
He didn't want to go two guys in one room.
He monitors gayness at all levels.
He's like the Mike Pence of like avoiding gay situations.
He probably monitors all things gay with not even just like direct gay threats, obviously, but he probably was like, up into your room? Will there be any girls there? Like, no, he's like, I got to stay down.
Well, then I'm not going up there.
He's like a heterosexual vamp, dude.
He really was.
Like, I can't go up there.
Yeah, you'd have to invite me in, and that would be gay.
You'd have to have girls.
Yeah, it was
you need to have probably at least two. If you had just one girl, he'd be like...
But I will say, taking the elevator up to my room by myself felt a little weird.
Why?
Because he stayed in the lobby.
What?
For like an hour and a half.
What were you doing up there?
I just like watched TV.
Oh, he just like...
He was like, I'm not... Yeah, we had time to kill before a show. He was like, I'm not going in your room.
Fuck.
And then I was like, I'm starting to spiral a little, being like, wait, did he think I was really trying to fuck him in the car? And now he's like, I'm not going to risk that you were not joking.
Yeah, he was playing it safe.
Anyway.
Holy fuck.
That was pretty fucking... Then I like wanted to text him like, dude, I'm not going to try to fuck you. Like, I wanted to like...
I thought you should just send him like clips of like porn. Of,
yeah, like this is what I
girl
like.
On girl.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you like this? I like this.
This is what I like. Yeah. But then that's, if you text somebody and you're like, just come up to the room. I'm not going to try to fuck you. That's kind of exactly what somebody would say.
100%.
That was trying to fuck him.
That's kind of like a, come on, baby.
Yeah. Come on, man. It's probably cold down there in that lobby. Come up here. Warm up.
You should have baby, it's cold outside, though. Baby, it's cold down there.
I really should stay. I said I'm not gay. Yeah.
Well, that's fucking tight. That guy was keeping it so tight.
I've never met one guy that kept it that tight.
You got him, man.
It just like, dude, don't joke about being gay.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're an artist, dude.
Which that was like, that's
your chances of being gay are like 60% by default. 70, my bad. 75 probably.
I might kiss you if you keep it up, dude. Keep running
know.
that trap.
I don't know what I'd do.
I'm like, that Vaselined up butt. I could just.
I'm still, dude. The next
slip
morning,
right in.
The next morning, you're still Vaz protected.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't wear off.
Took a dump. It does not. I took a dump, wiped right after. I went, like just real quick, and I was like, oh, I'm Vazed.
You're still lubed.
I'm still Vazed. So it's like literally, it's almost like you're protected to the point where like even the stuff that would cling to your like butthole skin. I don't want to be gross. Just doesn't. There's no residue. I might start vazzing every day. I might just do personal policy to keep myself vazzed.
Doesn't it feel like you shit your pants? Doesn't it like constantly feel like you dumped your pants?
No. It feels like you have like a moist vagina for a butt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels like a... Like I've used Preparation H, and I think it's probably the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
You just feel like you sharted.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
yeah,
I don't want to get it on my underwear or whatever. It's like, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I had to... in the middle of the night, I had to get up.
And you sleep naked. You probably just got naked. Fucking ass lube all over the bed.
Well, no, I don't think I did. But when I had to go,
and you fart too.
Sleep on my side.
If you fart with Vaz, it's like
smell protection. Smell protection, though.
Yeah, but it's like farting in the shower. You know when you fart in the shower?
Yes.
With water running down your crack, and you fart. It's like.
I woke up. Yeah. I woke up that night, and Maya was like crying. So I was like, I'll go get her, and I like had to put a blanket down on the little rocking chair things. I was like, I don't want to put a fucking just like a clear kiss, just a clear kiss mark, dude.
A little snail trail.
That would have been a serious snail trail. That'd have been an oil spill. And I'm sorry, people don't like when we talk.
No, they hate it, but who cares? The fact that you're lubing up for, it's like I took a long walk. I'm gonna lube.
Dude, it's like I told you. My mommy showed me this a long time ago. She's like, if you just lube your butt with Vaseline.
Your mom showed you this?
Yeah, mom, I have a sore hiney. She was like, you got to put Vaseline in your butt.
How old are you?
Little kid. Tiny little kid. This has been personal policy for like at least 30 years. So
the whole clan does it?
I'm pretty sure.
Everyone's lubing their butt over there.
I'm pretty sure.
You guys would be...
Vaz gets hit hard.
You'd be a rapist delight.
True, I'm vulnerable.
Some guy breaking into the McCusker house at night, getting everybody.
It might scare him. He might be like, what the fuck?
These guys are wet as hell.
You guys know I was coming? What the fuck is this? The whole house has ass issues and lubed up. Yeah, my dad used to have to put like special cream underneath like his balls. He would come home from work and be like, Mayor, I got monkey ass. Just walking, sweating in jeans all day.
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, Mayor, I got monkey ass. She had special cream. It was called like crocodile. Like crocodile lotion.
For ass?
Gator Balm.
Gator Balm?
Dude, you put Gator Balm on
under your nut, on your taint.
Like that whole area. That like, underneath your balls, your taint, your like inner thigh, ass cheek quadrant. Dude, that stuff works wonders.
What's it do?
It clears up monkey ass really quick. I got monkey ass. He would walk in like a cowboy and he's like, Mayor, I got monkey ass. Where's the Gator Balm?
Mayor, get the fucking balm.
I need the Gator Balm. I got monkey ass.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing.
Hell yeah, dude. Have your baby ready to fucking... My mom's like a fucking... like an absolute ass skin doctor, dude.
You've surrounded yourself with... That's interesting.
That is actually...
Now, yeah. Your mom was an ass doctor. Now the lady... Your wife was...
I mean, dude,
I got no problem butt mammying.
No problem, dude. She walked me through a hemorrhoid. The other day, whenever we're taking a shower together, now that she showed me how to like wash my ass in the shower with a towel, rather than, spread it.
You guys still shower together?
Sometimes, yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, every now and again she'll be like, let's she's like, I'm getting a shower too. And I'm like, hop in. Let's roll. Although...
stand out in the cold while
I've been ripping cold shower. Yeah, I just take the cold.
You just got to stand there.
Yeah, and then when I take the warmth, when it's my turn for the warm water, I just feel like a bitch. I'm like,
yeah.
I just froze.
Yeah, you froze your lady.
She chills, man. She doesn't mind it. But yeah, dude, yeah. So I was like, I always like when I wipe my ass with a towel, I always like, she's like, let me see it. And I'm like, dude, it's like, I failed. Like there's shit on the towel. Like I don't want you to see this. She's like, I cleaned your ass with a hemorrhoid. Let me see the towel. And I'm like,
she wants to see your shit on the towel.
She wants to see what's up, dude.
Is this guy trying to fuck me? What the fuck? Is she trying to fuck me? She's some kind of queer?
It'd be really funny if a guy is thinking girls are gay too. Like, is she fucking gay?
The fuck? Yeah, anybody that sucks a dick. Anybody that's trying to fuck a guy is gay.
Dude, it's a
good way to look at it.
Any what?
Yeah, anybody trying to fuck is gay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just being like, what
you
is
like
this,
dick?
Fucking pervert?
Like fucking...
Are you a pervert, lady?
Dude, I actually was laughing thinking, I don't know if you know this, Ancestry.com can, by your genetics, if you took their test, tell you if you're gay or not. They isolated the genes.
It's not true.
I know, that'd be so funny. That'd be so funny, dude. I saw the mayor just sucked in his breath, dude. Imagine, dude, if they came out like, by the way...
Oh, yeah, Lemaire is a bit of a gay man.
By the way, we isolated the genes. If you want to know if you have it or not, we can tell you. That'd be so fucking funny.
That'd be a tough one.
It'd be so fucking funny.
They did that to Lewis on Legion of Skanks.
They
took a lie detector test.
Really?
And they're like, have you had any bisexual, like, are you bisexual?
Yeah.
And he failed.
Really?
Well, they lied to him, it turns out. Turns out he passed it, but on the show they're like, no, you failed that. You're bisexual. He was all upset.
Oh, he's like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. Because then you're going through your head, every like thing you've ever done, you're like,
was I trying to fuck that guy?
is that bisexual? Is that bisexual?
Did that guy just avoid me correctly?
That's what the Patreon messages are. It's just, I think I should start like is this gay advice column. Like, dude, would it be fucking gay if
I get a lot of those. Like, I was going to see you after the show, but I didn't want to be gay. I'm like, dude, you're fine.
Like a Dear Abby, be like, would it be gay? Hell yeah, dude. Woo, baby. Dude, I was telling you, man, I woke up, so I didn't get all my sleep, but I'm an absolute, dude, my systems are just, I wake up in the morning, I know exactly what I'm doing every single day.
Nice.
So I wake up, I'm a little sleep deprived. But in order to like get my energy up, I took another like a freezing cold shower. I can't stop taking them now. Well, it's cold showers in the morning, warm not hot.
Bed.
Yeah, not indulgent, but I take a tepid.
Do you think it's indulgent to take
like a super hot shower?
Yeah.
A bit, you know.
That is for ladies.
I think so. I think
True.
Yeah. If you're still spiking the water and it's getting steamy in there,
I
wouldn't let you in my hotel room. Dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't invite you up.
You'd be in the lobby. Dude.
You'd be down in the lobby. You get a little light in the loafers.
I'd be down in the lobby. I'm going to stay down here. You use my bathroom and get the fuck out.
Yeah, just go in the bathroom and like look and see where somebody's shower nozzle's like. If it's pointed at really hot, you're like, I'm in a gay man's house. I've got to get out of here.
Was this guy trying to be comfortable? But yeah, I've been taking cold showers, dude. It's so invigorating. You hit that freezing cold water hits you in the morning. So the whole point of it really is like, I took this freezing cold shower and then I just presented like a frigid teeness to Bay. I was like, dude,
you guys are doing weird stuff.
Oh, we've been locked together for a year.
Showing crap out of your butt to her.
Well, she's just curious, you know. She wants to know. She's in charge of my butt. I'll just put it that way. So it's like, you know, I'm not going to deny her.
But then you presented an iced penis.
Iced, frozen tundra penis, dude. Because I was in there. So the cold water hits you, and like, dude, I'm tired. I know what it's like to be tired. Obviously, I have like that tired feeling. The cold water hits you, and the tired feeling just leaves your body, and you're just like, it was like the water's 47 degrees. I measured it. I have a laser thermometer, so I measured
47 degrees.
Fucking freezing. Oh, excuse me. It's 50s. I'm sorry. I think it was 40. I was in 47 degree ocean water one time. It's like mid 50s. Sorry, I don't want to temperature lie. I'm just kidding. I've done a lot of ice bath type things.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets a little bit of a swirl. But dude, so it was the water. I'm talking mid 50s. You know, possibly even colder. It was fucking freezing, and I'm just crouched down because I can't stand up. I have to crouch. And I'm just screaming in the shower.
Oh, my God.
Just getting hype as fuck, dude. It was awesome. It was like about 9 a.m. I'd already done my, my first wave of exercise.
Had a mental breakdown in the shower?
No, I did my...
I'm not gay.
I scared my daughter.
Yeah.
I was screaming. She was walking in the bath. I didn't see it, but she was walking in the bathroom, and I was like,
Yeah. Caused some trauma for her. That's good.
Bit. I scared her twice today, too, man. She woke up from a nap, and I snuck into her room. And usually I'll peek my head around, and she'll see me. But there's a tent, like a little thing I put in there. So then she couldn't see me. So then I popped around the tent. I was like, hey, and she was like, fuck, god damn it, I did it again. But yeah, dude, I present it like ice teenness, dude. And I think I might start doing that. It's humbling, just to be like, babe, check it.
Jesus.
And dude, the windows are wide open. I'm just getting weird in my fucking house right now.
Yeah.
Like my neighbors, dude, I can't wait. They just built three. Honestly, I think it's something like 18 units.
Yeah.
Right. Like, dude, it's like in my backyard. If I open my window, there are the direct bedroom windows that I can directly see into of like 4 or 5 other people. And dude, I don't like having the blinds closed during the day because I like the sunlight. So it's like, and I obviously.
How often are you naked? In the house.
Enough,
Yeah.
Enough. Once a day at least I'm parading around in there. And so like there's at least once at nighttime 100%. But Brittany closes the blinds at nighttime. But during the day, if I'm naked, I'm naked. Like I'm pretty sure my neighbors have seen full teeness. They had to have. And that's just it, dude. If you're looking in my house, I've been through it, you know the drill. You looked into my house and saw me naked. It's like
true. It is on you.
Your eyes came into my house, and I happened to be naked. It's like avert your gaze or marvel, dude, at this fucking ice teen.
Thank you.
Just they're like looking over from the unit, like I don't think that guy has a dick. I don't think it's there. It's like it's there.
It's there.
It's just frozen.
It just went through hell.
It's the Avatar, dude. It's the Airbender, dude. It's fucking frozen in an ice ball. I've been watching a lot of Airbender, bro.
Dude, you just gotta carry this thing. All right, fuck it. Well, I'll be honest. I'll be truthful about. I was up to no good last night.
Oh no, so I wasn't Mr. Cool.
You weren't the cool guy. You saw it though. I got peer pressured.
I saw it
hard as hell.
I saw that.
Did drugs.
I reflected on that this morning, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, of just being like, just like, nah, that's not part of my. I can't. Like, and someone was. Brittany was like, did you do it? And I was like, I was walking home.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to sleep so I can get up at like 7
It was Molly.
Yeah, Shane did Molly.
I did Molly last night.
She did Molly's.
And it was pretty rad.
Hell yeah. Sorry about that.
That's bullshit.
That's my mindfulness bell. Yeah, so let me paint the picture. So, you're in there. You're a tired dog, dude. You've been on the road.
I've been on the road for...
Had a couple in San Antonio.
Had a couple cold ones down in San Antonio way.
Can't blame you for that.
Had a lot. I got drunk on Monday. I did Kill Tony in Austin.
Oh, yeah.
I got hammered.
Fuck, how was that? I'm fucking talking about Avatar.
No. I'd rather you talk. I'm fucked up.
You're serotonin depleted,
I'm
dude.
just
or serotonin depleted.
Sad, tired guy.
Really?
I'm not that sad, but...
So I know one of my cousins used to get like, it was real into Molly, and they used to have like these comedown parties.
This noise happens all the time. Do you hear this? Hold on, listen.
That's the chair.
It's not the chair.
I don't know what that is.
Anyway, it's not this thing. No, it's over here. There's something. It sounds like something's dropping. It's not a big deal.
Water dropping off the thing.
Yeah. Anyway.
A little Chinese water torture for you.
You know I don't like joking about the Chinese.
So you're down to San Antonio way.
I went down San Antonio way. Had a good time.
Fun old time.
Had a good time.
But Yosemite Sam down there.
Oh yeah.
Fucking got the silver bowls.
I would just go down there and be like, "Yo, you guys know Texas is gay?" And they're all like, "Shut the fuck!"
I'm pretty sure it's not.
They're obsessed with Texas.
I know, dude.
Everybody in Texas is like.
People love Texas.
They just love telling you how great Texas is.
It's like the people from New Jersey have New Jersey pride, but like there's like nothing to back it up. Everyone's unanimously like, nope, that place. No.
Yeah, New Jersey does suck. Texas does rule.
Texas rules. That's
Texas
the thing.
rules.
Like,
so it is kind of hard to
like they
argue.
almost succeeded.
Yeah.
Or seceded.
Seceded. Yeah.
I don't say succeeded. They almost succeeded.
Oh yeah, I went down to the Alamo. That was fucking awesome. Alamo ruled.
I'm afraid honestly, if I went down there, I wouldn't leave the Alamo.
It was tough.
I might stay in there.
Somebody's going to have to literally get you out. They're going to bring the Mexicans in.
You're going
to be like, I'm not leaving at all.
Nah, dude, I might swing on a lad if I'm in the... I mean, I love the lads.
True.
If I'm in the Alamo, I might swing on a lad.
If I see a lad... There's a lot of lads around there. I was looking at
You didn't swing on any?
Well, I did this. So there's a bunch of lads walking around. Yeah. I was reading this plaque that was like, the Mexicans have us surrounded. We're never going to surrender. Surrender or die. Like all that shit. Not surrender or die, but...
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Sick ass letter. I forget who wrote it. Whoever was in command at the time.
Yeah.
Wrote this letter to everybody outside, like, come help. We're about to die, but we're not going to quit. So you can either be a part of this or not. We're dying for America. It was pretty sick. And but yeah, if I saw a lad at that point, I would like look at him and be like, just looking at Mexicans like, huh?
Yeah, seriously.
You want to say sorry?
Exactly. Yeah, something, man.
Why don't you say sorry for what you've done?
Yeah, man. Texas is perfect, dude. It fits in. It's like that perfect shape for America.
It is the perfect shape.
Yeah, what the hell were they thinking?
I don't know why they thought it was theirs.
Yeah, exactly.
Came down and gave them what for?
Yeah, I think we snatched Texas a little bit.
Totally.
100%.
But remember that...
it's a weird shape of a thing.
It was a bunch of people came down and settled in Texas. Just white settlers came in. And the Mexicans at first were cool with it because they provided a buffer zone from the Indians.
Right.
So then eventually all the white settlers came down and started fucking up the Indians too. And then they were like, we're going to fuck Mexicans up too now. And then the
Mexicans were like, whoa.
They were like, we thought these Comanches were bad. Let's get some white people to kind of let the Comanches kill them. And then it turned out the white people were just rootinest, tootinest.
Dude, I'll say this. You know, everyone's pretty chill to white people when they first meet them. Everyone's like, these guys are pretty cool.
Well, yeah,
throughout history,
they do
like,
seem pretty docile.
Yeah,
and everybody's real nice. Basically, white people are like the good of. Like, you're like, these guys seem pretty nice. And then, like, a week later, they're like, fucking piece of shit. Everything they have, I want.
That's true. They come down, they're just like
whoa,
puritanical
cool.
Christians types. Like, well, yeah, cool.
And then the next ship has guns on it.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, oh, guess
sorry,
we'll use
dude.
these. Hey.
I feel horrible about this. Yeah, dude. That,
But the Molly.
What?
The Molly ruled.
So you're in the club. So
we did this show last night.
Great show.
Great show. Everybody on it. Woodman, you, Reggie, Josh Adam Myers, Norman, Big J.
Yep.
But then the evil hippies got in the green room.
Yeah.
There's a lot of evil hippies floating around.
Yeah, dude.
Scurrying around.
Yes.
Norman. I haven't heard from Mark. I don't think he might be. I hope he's not mad because he got peer pressured hard as well. I'm not saying he did anything, but yeah, I got peer pressured.
You did it really hard. You
saw me say no several times.
I told you what to do. Fake take it.
I thought about it, but
fake take it.
Then I realized how cool it would be to take it.
True.
So then I took it, and yeah, it was great.
Yeah, you had fun.
Yeah, just I did get away from everybody though.
Yeah.
I just went and sat in the manager's office.
Who was in
just
there?
Like, Nick. I was just.
Oh, it's so.
He was like, "Is this a bad time to talk money for the show?" And I was like, "No, go ahead." Just in there, he showed me the numbers. I was like, "It's great."
That's really nice.
He like turned his monitor around to show me like tickets sold and all that shit. And I was on Molly.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Wow, so many people showed up."
Also,
such a great show.
It was a pandemic in a blizzard.
Yeah,
a blizzard in a pandemic, I guess. And then, yeah, it was pretty
great
fucking
show.
full, dude.
Yeah,
that was the Alamo. Those owners were like, we sold these goddamn tickets.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
We're not
surrendering.
Yeah, we're not surrendering these goddamn tickets.
That was a funny thing. I never thought about it, but comedy clubs, they kind of, especially when the comedian wants to cancel.
Yeah,
they're like, when there's like a game of chicken between the club and the comedian of being like, the comedian's like, you should cancel and I should get my guarantee.
Yeah.
But the club will be like, we're not fucking paying you. We're doing the show.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to see if you can make it down here.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, what would happen if the comedian didn't show?
Then they would cancel the show, but then the club wouldn't have to pay him.
The guarantee.
So the comedian tends to try to be like, I'm coming.
Yeah.
You guys have to cancel, so then they, pay.
We're not fucking canceling.
And then both sides are like, we're not canceling, and we're doing this show in a hurricane.
That's what I was telling Brittany, too. I was like, as long as people can get to that parking garage, they're good. And the streets were fine, so it was just, I walked.
Yeah, how was that journey?
Put the boots on.
I was thinking about it. It was pretty cold out.
It wasn't nothing, bro.
Yeah?
Put the boots on. I mean, the guy who takes cold showers, dude, it's nothing.
Guy like you?
Guy like me?
Guy like me?
The cool thing about the pandemic, not to say like it's awesome or anything, but personally, I've started to enjoy scarves. I just wrap my entire face in a scarf and walk, and I'm like, it's pretty nice.
That is nice.
Usually I have a thing against them. I can't wear gloves for some. I can't wear winter.
I don't
gloves.
like wearing gloves.
I feel like the snowman from the fucking like claymation Christmas things. I just feel like Mr. Winter, dude. I put on gloves. I'm just like, dude, like it's not that bad.
And you can't text.
Yeah, exactly.
And I need to stare at my phone the whole time.
Well, it's also like, do you get like the big like kid like Gore-Tex skiing gloves?
Yeah.
Or do you get like some like sleek leather gloves? That'd be fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, leather gloves are not the way.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
dude.
you look like a weirdo.
Some mittens, perhaps. Some mittens
is a good
mittens
move.
would be sick,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, so I can't wear gloves, but
you could go with the Chinese food delivery and just go a bunch of trash bags on their bike handles.
Oh, that'd be nice.
You ever see that?
Or those sleek, those like cheerleader gloves that are like just like tight cloth you put on.
Oh, yeah, like you're in a marching band? Yeah. Just like white gloves.
Yeah. Put some sleek gloves that enable you to text still. I can't wear gloves. I feel weird, man.
Yeah.
If I'm working in the winter, I'll wear them, obviously, if I'm doing hard work outside, which, I'm always ready to go back. I'm always like, every time I do like my 10-year plan, I'm like, there's at least a 50% chance of me having to go back to doing hard manual labor every day. I'll be like 60, like, damn, dude, your body's still in good shape. Be like, I got to skip like 15 years. Dude.
Yeah.
Back at it, brother.
Back into the True. I can't see that for me.
Oh,
I'm Alamo, dude. I'm this or death, dude. I'm dying. I'm not doing that. This is full Alamo.
Oh, I've gotten to the point where I fantasize about that, honestly, where it's like, dude, if I had to go to just like a regular 9 to 5,
that
it would
rules.
be so fucking funny. Because I mean, dude, again, I've learned through years of like when I had my internships, I would try to keep it tight to the chest, and people I'd work with would be like, dude, like, you're a fucking weirdo. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine me like 40 hitting like an Allstate fucking office, dude. That'd be so fucking funny.
Dude, you and me are zero chance. If I have to go, I'm fucked.
I mean, dude, the interview alone, I would give the most compelling. Be like, look, first of all, I'm not using
the interview
resumes.
Story would be crazy.
I would crush, dude. I already thought about it. No resumes. I'm gonna show up in person and be like, I am the resume. Just be like, I don't do that. I can't be reduced to a fucking sheet of paper. Be like,
just be like, write a sir, please leave right now.
Or write a memoir and be like, here's my fucking resume, bro.
For what job? Are you talking
any job?
Labor?
Dude. I don't know.
I'll be like a roofer.
I'll try to use my social work degree. He'd be like, hi, and they're like, nope.
Yeah, definitely not.
You violated the ethics code while you're in school. I almost didn't hand in. You have to sign to agree to the ethics. I try to keep it. I'm not handing this in. They hit me up a couple weeks later, like, yo, we need that.
Oh.
Need that binding contract that you won't be a bad boy on the internet.
Really?
Yeah. They make you sign a thing being like, basically, hey, if you do anything we don't like, we can completely just remove you from the profession. And it's vague. It's like there's no real clear-cut boundaries. It's like, if 50-year-old white ladies, if 50-year-old liberal white ladies decide they don't like you, you can't practice in this field. It's fucking crazy.
That is crazy. Well, who do you think made that fucking rule? 50-year-old fucking white ladies.
I know.
Yeah.
Also, dude, Bryn Mawr was just on strike. My old alma mater, dude.
What happened?
The old fucking historic women's college who somehow let me in. Dude, they're on strike. The students like did a student spaz, and they canceled class for like I think 3 weeks. They wouldn't let. They intimidated. It's all girls. There was like,
oh my god.
This was the undergraduate school. The girls would intimidate anyone who was like, yo, I understand, like you hate racism and all, but we're paying like $70,000 a year to go here, so I kind of want to go to class. And they'd be like, fuck you, you're just a fucking white supremacist. And this went on to the point where the president had to fucking apologize. The president was like, hey, like I'm down.
I'm sorry. I've been listening to that fucking thing dripping.
Yeah, it sucks.
What did the president do that the kids got upset about? Said they had to go to class? Is that it?
Yeah, they were like they got together, they communisted up, and they were like they wrote like
they're comrades.
Yeah, they were writing like military style communique. I think it's communiques or whatever.
Yeah, like
quick, like yes, I will meet you over there. Like they were sending each other these weird emails like that. So they just got together when they're like, I think their demands I think were like a 15-page like document, but part of it was like we want you to build. There was a statue that needed to come down. So one of like the original benefactors had a problem with the Jews.
Had him? Oh,
he didn't have
Jew problem.
I mean, dude, out in Bryn Mawr. Sorry, if you live out in Bryn Mawr, chance of you having them are pretty fucking high.
Oh, yeah, they have.
Pretty high, dude.
Yeah. Also, if you founded a university, you had them.
Oh, yeah.
Every university.
What the fuck?
Every single university.
For sure.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
I think Chapel Hill was like built by slaves.
Really?
Yeah. They got to tear it down.
Yeah, that's true, dude.
It's good. I think we should undo all the work of the slaves.
That'd be tight.
You know?
Who do you think we should have
all the
poor immigrants go and tear it down?
Their whole lives were... Yeah, we should take down the pyramids.
True.
We should undo all
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? I'm pissed.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Someone who's 1% Jewish according to Ancestry.com?
Yeah.
No, that was a fucked up situation.
I think it's a little higher than that.
It's not. My fucking... I
know your
thought
schemes.
That was my schemes? Yeah. I do have schemes.
You always scheme. That's the one. It's good though because you're not. This is racist. This is
We're not talking about Jews
We're just
anymore.
joking. We are just joking. You're 1%, so like you can come up with the schemes, but you can't fully execute them.
True.
It's just schemes. It's just that 1% in you that's like, yes, do it. And then you're like, and then your peasant blood takes over, and you're like, I can't.
I know, dude. Apparently, there's I thought I was like, hell yeah, I'm 1% chosen, and the turns out it was something they just said to my uncle to fuck with him. It was a lie. He just teased them. They're like, yo, we're Jewish. He was like, what? What the hell?
That's a good tease. Just finding anybody that would be upset about it.
Yeah, dude.
That's funny.
It's very funny.
To be like, you're Jewish?
Dude, literally, huh? It's very funny.
What the hell?
Very funny. I had to, sadly, I had to shut somebody down. Someone was goofing too hard on the Patreon.
Yeah, sometimes people goof too hard.
I'm telling you, Jews are the white man's white man.
Yeah.
Same people who are like, what, are you serious? It's hard for white people too. Like, fucking Jews, brother. And it's like,
true.
Dude, you're doing the crybaby shit, bro. You're doing that shit you don't like, dude.
Yeah.
Like, well, these people can try. It's like, dude, that's literally you to somebody else. Knock off the crying, dude. That's how I feel about that. Nobody controls me, dude. I would never have the gall to admit that I'm under somebody's thumb, dude.
Hell yeah.
Just like the priest tried to
It's
get
Black
me.
History Month.
I heard that.
I don't know if I agree with all this stuff you're saying.
What you talking about?
I'm just saying, maybe you should stop trying to diminish, oppressed people's experiences right now.
I'm talking about like fucking
You're
white dudes.
diminishing people's experiences.
What about being got? I'm more
Yes.
Haitian. I'm Haitian, bro.
I hate you.
I would have. I'm saying in spirit, I'd be swinging a machete. At
No,
someone.
you'd be down
Dude, you
there.
think
You'd be down there. Get back to work now.
What? What? Dude, I mean, look at my employment history. I couldn't be contained by a 9 to 5. You think I'm going to be on a slave plantation, bro? I'm just saying it's my personality. It's my big 5 factors, dude. What? It's my personality type, dude.
Yeah.
There was other people who were like me, too. It's just, it is what it is. I'm not knocking anybody. But I would have fucking chopped somebody's head off, dude. Probably would have escaped. Got away.
I would have stopped 9/11.
Started a new life.
I would have been like Wahlberg on 9/11. I would have been like, nah, sorry.
Wahlberg on. I thought about that today. Actually, I was walking down the street. I think when Wahlberg's like, I would have attacked. He would have attacked them just because they're Muslim. No, that's the ultimate. Like, oh, you wouldn't have got me. It's being like, you wouldn't have got me, dude. I would have escaped.
Yeah.
I would have fucking.
Not me. Not never.
Yeah.
No way.
No, I'm just talking. Look, what I'm talking about is my spirit.
Yes.
You can try to apply it to historical context and jam me up. Sorry, bro.
Yes.
It's just my big 5 personality traits coupled with INFP.
Yeah.
Dude, you serious?
Yeah.
You think you could contain an INFP?
I agree with what you're saying. Slavery is a choice. You're on that Kanye tip.
Maybe, dude.
That was great. Remember that? He walked into like TMZ and was like, slavery is a choice. And everyone was like, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for coming in.
He was talking at a more meta
I got
scale.
it. I got it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's a tough soundbite though.
Yeah, but dude, think about what a soundbite even is.
Of course.
Somebody takes a snippet of you and just swirls the thing and they're like, this is who the person is. It's like, I know who I am, bro. I know it's in my fucking heart.
Yep.
Love, dude. Freedom. I love when you're tired and I just get to talk for an hour.
There's a couple episodes where I've been. This isn't like a hangover. This is just a.
You're serotonin depleted, dude.
Yeah, this is just like a tired haze.
Yeah, dude. You were
So
fucking.
I'm letting
last
you
night,
roll.
The desert
Last night-
missed the rain.
Last night I was sweating, dancing in a club. No, quite the opposite. I don't handle party drugs like that.
Yeah, you were just.
I got quiet. I told everybody how nice things were.
That's awesome.
Then escaped. Tried to hide out for a while.
You saw the stats.
Because the hippies were swirling, dude.
Yeah, what was going
There's
on?
a feeding frenzy of evil hippies. Once there's drugs into the building, there's just a swarm of people like...
They're like ants.
They are. Trying to get in. This evil hippie was lurking around. Noah was bopping around. Noah did drugs. Noah did drugs.
Yeah,
my mom's going to watch this and be very sad.
Oh, dude.
Someone's going to tell my mom and she's going to cry.
To be fair, it's being studied as a chemical. It's a research chemical that is apparently helping a lot of people. So
I should give her Molly.
Dude.
She would enjoy it.
I only pray. I mean, dude, they will be, by the time our parents, hate to say it, or get like old and like need like special care, they'll be getting hit with some mall.
Just toss it in there.
They will. I guarantee it.
If I was I would want that.
Yeah. They'll probably figure out, because, and again, I'm not a neuroscientist, obviously, but because like you were saying, you only have so much fucking serotonin or whatever to like make in your brain, it gets depleted. They'll probably figure out how by the time our parents are like super geezers, to just pump you on full fucking Mario Star for the last like 10 years. We're just like, you just come in, you're like, hey, what's going on? It's been, 6 months, and they're just like, really? I haven't noticed.
That's all I was doing the whole night. I was sitting in a chair going,
dude, I mean, can we please talk about you walking on stage?
Oh, my God.
The moment it kicks in.
That was crazy.
I didn't know you were going to do that.
I didn't know it was going to hit. I thought it would take like an hour to kick in.
How long? It took, what,
30 minutes? Very quick.
Yeah, dude.
So I took it, and at the end of the show, Big J was on. He was closing the show, and he was like, come back out, and we'll just talk. We'll fuck around together at the end of the show, and that's how we'll close it. So I was like, all right, great. And then I got peer pressured very hard in the green room.
Yep.
Everybody was on my ass.
Yeah.
And then...
It's tough timing.
But it literally, the drugs kicked in while he was like, Shane, come out here.
Yep.
And I was like moving my hand, and I was like, oh, fuck.
It was the second before he said that, you went, oh, shit, it's kicking in. And he's like, Shane, literally, Shane, get out here. And you were like...
Oh, my God. I couldn't even...
I mean...
I was on stage like...
I thought you might go down.
I thought I was going to faint.
You handled it very well, but there was a minute where I was like, he's glitching. He might go down.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, shit, dude.
Yeah, and I also...
You handled it very well.
Definitely discovered I can't host again.
Well, definitely not on Molly, dude.
Well, obviously not on Molly. Although that was a smash hit. It felt like it.
It was so funny.
It felt like I was killing it.
No, dude, I'm telling you. First of all, I think you're a fine host.
Thanks.
But it's also like... I understand what you're saying. It's like putting Mark McGuire up first at bat, dude. Why? Why are you going to do that?
No, it's just everybody there has seen me do stand-up.
Yeah.
So it's all my material. They've all seen it.
Yeah, but you're really good at going
I just fuck around.
Yeah, exactly. You're one of the premier fuck around dudes.
Thank you. I'm a bit of a goof-off.
A bit of a goofball,
dude. Big fucking goof, dude. Just a big goober. But a little too much fun in the green room.
Oh, dude.
Came out on stage, and Jay just plowed through it. It was crazy. He was doing stand-up. He did a whole set.
I'm befuddled.
I walked out. I couldn't speak.
Yes, that's what I was sitting back there, and someone was like, Shane's having trouble getting the words out. And I was like, what? I went out. You were fine, but you were definitely just like,
yeah, dude, it was so hard to speak. And then Norman, this was very funny.
Dude.
Norman didn't know I took it.
No.
So he thought I was just up there bombing.
Yeah.
He was like, Shane's having a real tough time up there.
He had gone to the
Norman,
little comedy lingo. He was on the God mic, which is the thing people like announce stuff with, which they could just call it like the announcer mic or whatever. So he's on the God mic. And,
but it was a club owner, I'm sure.
True.
God mic.
So he was on that mic, like he was going to chime in like from the shadows.
Yeah, he's done that on Bonfire, and it's very funny.
Oh, he was funny.
Like Norman will just jump in like while you're talking, like, hey, like one of the how he does it.
The one thing he said was murdered.
Oh, before and after
Oxycontin, murdered. And then but he completely thought that you guys were like, he thought you were just up there. He's like, this isn't really going that well. He had no idea. He's like, Shane's kind of freezing up.
Yeah, he talked to me after. It was like, you were free. I was like, dude, why would I ever like go up there and be like,
you didn't even freeze. You would just be like,
yeah, dude.
That was so funny. And I was telling Noah on the way over, it's so nice to do stand up for people who have like, who kind of know you on some level.
For sure.
So I was like, dude, you do it for years to just like strangers basically
who
like might not like you. A lot of times don't.
Oh,
it's surprising if they like you. They're like, hey, I actually like you. I thought I'd hate you. And, I was like, dude, if that had been the opposite situation where that was just a room full of like total strangers, they would have been like furious, dude.
Yeah, they'd be like, we got to get our money back.
Why is the host on Molly?
The guy took Molly. Yeah.
I mean, dude, you're telling stories about the factory. It was so fucking funny.
There was a lady. I think I've talked about it on here.
Yeah, getting a shark.
I have?
I think so, yeah.
She got bit by a fucking shark and then went to work the next day.
Went to the factory.
Went back to the factory.
Dude,
had like a shitty, like a bleeding ace bandage on her foot.
Dude, as someone who comes from a long line of laborers, I actually verified from Ancestry.com. I look up the McCusker and you see the occupation. It's just laborers, just years, dude.
Yeah.
But like factory workers are a different beast.
I was bummed to find out we were mushroom farmers.
You guys are mushroom farmers? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we killed fucking Joe Biden's wife.
True. I forgot about that.
That was a Gillis corncob truck.
What long has your family been in the country?
I don't know. Turns out longer than I thought.
If you guys had a mushroom farm back then.
Yeah, we were in there working.
Boss status, dude.
Just down in the mud.
Down in the
dark mud.
That was the property that, like, do you live around any mushroom farms?
No.
If you do, there's one kind of close to my parents. You get a certain
That's where
wind.
it was. It was down in Delaware.
What?
Yeah, that's where the mushroom. Yeah.
I wonder if you used to own the old Sylvestri mushroom farm.
I'm not sure. Down Delaware way.
So I'm on the. You know my parents are on the border of PA and Delaware.
Yeah.
So I'm on that. That fucking groove of the Keystone.
Yeah.
Right in front of Delaware, and there was the Sylvestri mushroom farm. And dude, if you catch that western wind, bro, in the summertime, come in like, Ma, what stinks?
I made them play it. I made them play Edmund Fitzgerald last night. So there's a lot of gay men and women and dancing and all this stuff, and they're playing like Doja Cat and I was like, play the Edmund Fitzgerald. So then, like on the screen, it was just a picture of the boat and the lyrics like scrolling for like 8 minutes, and I just sat there like, and people were like, "What is this?" People were so upset.
I mean, I'm getting.
It was like the big lake they call Getchagume, and people were like, "All right, man."
You're playing like old war songs.
Yeah,
dude. Nothing stops a gay man in his tracks. Like a patriotic war song.
Just patriotic, man.
Yeah, that must fuck you up, dude. You're just like a never-ending like. Dun, dun, dun,
yep.
Dun, dun. So you're like, no.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that triggers some sort of like subconscious fear. You just hear like, la, la, la. You're a gay dude. You're like, oh shit, here comes everyone who's going to beat me up.
Yeah.
And a man said,
but yeah, great night.
So it was fun.
It's going to be a fun show, and we got March 3rd scheduled now.
That's awesome.
February 16th is the next one. You should come to it. That'll be good.
That'll be fun, man. It's a fun showcase, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, talk about the lineup, dude.
It's a good lineup.
Big J.
Yeah.
Woodman.
With the Woodman. Josh Adam Myers coming on.
Dude. Yeah, that was super fun.
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, man.
But I don't know if I can do the party every Tuesday, because adding one more day of partying to my week.
There's no need to do it. I'm telling you.
I know there's not, but
it's fun.
It's so fun.
It's fun. That was a absolute like just party storm. It was very difficult not to get sucked into that. That's just a fun old time. Especially when someone announces like, I only party once a month.
Yeah.
It's like you just want to honor that. You're like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
I want you to have fun right now. Damn. Dude, the idea of partying makes me laugh. Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, it's just so funny to me.
Yeah.
It's being like, we're going to party. And you just get a bunch of people who just like intoxicate themselves
lose
so they
their
shout at
minds
each other.
Fuck you.
You just get close to each other and just fucking shout at each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a necessary thing we got to do.
I don't know what it is.
It's fucking
I don't know what
nuts,
the biological reasoning for it
Energy
is.
transfer, dude.
But it is fun.
Energy transfer, dude, of course.
Damn, I hope my mom's not sad.
Tell her, dude.
He did Molly.
Send her some articles about like MDMA therapy. Like, Ma,
your son's not wayward.
trying to get right.
Trying to get right by the Lord.
I mean, honestly, dude, all things considered, best case scenario in terms of partying.
Yeah. I stopped drinking.
Yeah, dude.
For a little.
Well, still.
Once it wore off, I went back to drinking.
put a dent in the drinking
schedule.
Oh,
yeah. Just drank water for as long as because once that hit, I was like, man, this thing, I need to definitely stop drinking.
Yeah.
Because that was serious to me. Everybody else seemed fucking over there. It was like, it's fine, man. Everybody in there was a little evil hippie, dude, scurrying.
Yeah, dude.
Because there were people trying to get scraps of the drugs. People were kind of like,
starting to wear off.
Can I get some? How can I get some from somebody? And I'm like, I don't know.
Damn, dude.
Killing my vibe, dude.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's the only thing that matters is your vibe right now.
My vibe was...
Your vibe was strong.
Yo, last night was a movie. Yo.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that was such a funny thing to witness. Just being like, fuck.
Having to go out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, good times.
That was a good old, dude.
Austin was fun.
You're going to top it at the next one. You have to just go out there just on like
take
fucking
heroin. Just sit on the stool and
maybe
take heroin.
fentanyl. It's got
to just throw up down my shirt. Your next comic is Rich Wallace.
Dude, Brittany just got her wisdom teeth out. And dude, like, we inquired about like, well, what drugs are you giving her, just so we know, like for like breastfeeding stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, it's an old man. It's an old man and his wife. They're I forget what they're called. Like, I don't know. I forget the name. Maxillofacial surgeons or whatever. They just do wisdom teeth, which is like, it's weird. Whatever. They're really nice. Really, really nice people. But like, dude, I was like, so what was the thing you put her on the first time? They were like, well, a little bit of ketamine, a little bit. And I'm like, huh?
It's like, yeah, we put her in a K-hole, ripped her teeth out.
She hallucinated. They're like typically only like little kids typically do, but like since your wife's like breastfeeding, we forgot like there might be some hormonal kind of interaction there. She hallucinated that she was awake. She swears she's like, I was awake. I'm like,
damn.
I think you're fucking hallucinating. They couldn't do it. She fucking went on the table. They put her under, and she fucking Frankensteined through the drugs and was like, blah. And they were like, ah. Two 70-year-olds. I think she hallucinated. I like left a glass on the counter and was like, ugh.
She woke up?
Woke up, dude.
And attacked?
She woke
That's how my grandpa died.
She thrashed. She didn't attack.
My grandpa thrashed and his heart exploded.
I mean, dude, shout out.
Yeah.
Some fucking...
He woke up and was like, you guys are gay. Which one of you...
Get me down to the lobby. I need to get to the lobby.
Gay men just put me to sleep so you could...
Yeah, dude. Hope she doesn't get mad for me telling this.
Why? She woke up. That's powerful.
Fucking sick. That's what I was trying to explain to her. I'm like, dude, that fucking rules. That's like that's enough to put down like a fucking horse. And you just fucking like, she just popped up and was like, get out of my mouth. So she only got one tooth out. So she had to go back and then get the other 3. So she had a week of one wisdom tooth coming out. And then she had to go back, but then they were like, all right, so we're not going to put you under, obviously.
Yeah.
Because you're too powerful.
Yeah.
I think it was because her date, I think it was too close.
We should have got her some Hennessy.
It was too close to It was too close. They're like, we saw you in January. We're not sedating you in Black History Month. You might you might get the Silver Stripe Avatar, the Last Airbender, dude. Fucking.
That could be bad for business.
And they're geezers, dude. But then, so I'm like, all right, well, they had to like keep her awake for the other 3. She was like, couldn't feel anything.
And they're
obviously.
A couple, the geezers?
Yeah, they're a couple, dude. And they bicker, too.
I know. I was just thinking they must have been bickering. Like, Hank, she's waking up. He's like, she's not waking up. Shut the fuck
They bicker,
up.
dude. They're like 70-year-olds.
And she's like, oh, fuck.
Show me your ass. Like, what? Yeah, dude. They were bickering. And that's what she remembers. Before she went down, they were bickering. And she was like,
of course they were bickering.
She's like, you're in my way. I can't get to it. It's just like, well, so we asked, like, hey, like, what did you give her so we know for like breastfeeding stuff? And they're like, a little bit of fentanyl. And we're like, what? Like, dude, and like, on my head, I'm like, do these geezers know if and obviously I'm not going to do this, dude, they shouldn't be telling people this shit. I asked, I'm glad they kind of had to tell us, but I'm like, I know some evil hippies, dude. I can be like, yo, there's a bunch of ketamine and fentanyl, and these 2 geezers are sitting on it.
Night Stalker's coming
Someone
with a
go in
hammer.
there, get their teeth checked out, and just be like, ch-ch. I mean, maybe they wouldn't use gun. Well, I know a couple people would, but the fucking dude, it's like I'm sitting there like these guys have no idea. Obviously,
sitting on a damn gold mine.
I'm upstanding.
That's that 1%.
Luckily, they didn't catch me when I was a pure criminal, dude.
You started skeeving right away.
100%.
You're like,
I was like, I
could overpower them.
That'd be an easy one.
Or they'd catch you in their spider web of drugs. You'd just be a zombie. They'd be like, you want to break in and steal from us, huh? Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure I could smash these geezers and make off with like $40,000 worth of fentanyl. They'd just be like, here. 9 people died. And I'm like, fuck. I forgot about that.
I
Dude,
killed those
off
people.
With a satchel of ketamine and fentanyl. It's probably
the
there.
Most vile.
You know, geezers always have outdated cabinets. It's probably there in like a fucking thin, like cardboard or like a cork cabinet. It's like, honey, get me the fentanyl. But
bring the fentanyl down.
But yeah, I thought about that, and I'm like,
this one's out of control. Get her the fentanyl.
I was like, I gotta protect these geezers, dude. I have to protect this secret of their fucking evil hippie stash.
Sure.
Imagine, dude, if the evil hippies got to that.
Well,
that's where it goes. And people hit me up. I know I'm negative about fentanyl, or not obviously negative about fentanyl. Negative about ketamine, dude. People are like, nah.
Ketamine? Yeah, no.
Just I watched a documentary about weed, and this could have been fear propaganda for the legal weed market. But they were talking about, I think it was another country in Germany, maybe, where they're saying a lot of the weed on the black market is being sprayed now with that synthetic cannabinoids. So like Spice and K2, Mm-hmm. You know about it. Used
I had a rough time.
Use that as well. watching your face twitch. You're like,
is this guy trying to fuck me? Is this guy trying to fuck me right now?
You know about that stuff.
Yeah, you've hallucinated on that. Wrote a note to your parents that you were going to die.
That actually might have been one of the times that I thought I got inadvertently dusted. Might have been actually synthetic cannabinoids.
Oh, probably.
So one time I was 100% dusted. The second time I was like, I think I got dusted again. I specifically remember driving past the Golden Arches and being like, oh, whoa.
That's how I drive past.
It's impressive.
Every time I'm like, look at those fucking things.
Billion served.
1 billion, dude. Who am I to judge? Yeah. 1 billion people can't be wrong.
Yeah. As the world population slowly increases in obesity everywhere. Yeah. But yeah, they should be like, not that many, sir.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
But they're doing the documentary. They're saying a lot of this guy came. It was a Vice documentary, and he was like, he came out. He was a weed dealer, and he was like, I can't keep doing this because I know this stuff is sprayed with a synthetic cannabinoid, and once people start smoking that, they go, dude, they start, because you just have strain names and everything. So give me that stuff. And the strains that start to get requested are the synthetic cannabinoid ones. And he's like, and it's like addictive. So these people are getting addicted to synthetic cannabinoids. They think they're just smoking regular weed. But then you start getting the push of the big legal weed companies. And they did it with the cartridges. I mean, obviously there probably were some bad ones killing people. Dude, they're going to start fear-mongering hard on the illegal weed. That's how I think they're going to control it. So I was like, how are they going to control this? They're going to start fear-mongering. So, but it also, at the same time, you start to know. If you know, like, the fucking organized crime type, cartel, gangster type dudes, they'll spray that shit on there. 100%, dude. 100%.
Yeah.
So
keep an eye out for that.
Hey, I'm just saying, look out for what the whole point is.
Yeah, I got
that,
it. Yeah.
And then the people are like, hey, you want to try this powder I bought off this fucking guy? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
That's me, dude. Again,
True.
I'm not stopping anyone's party, but it's like, I'm so fucking terrified of that. I know dudes who used to do coke and be like, yeah, man, it sucks when it's cut with baby laxative. And I'm like,
yeah.
You just roll the dice? They're like, yeah, I fucking shit myself one time. It's like,
you got to send the evil hippies out like space chimps.
True.
First. You launch a couple of them up into space, and you're like, all right, how'd they do? I'll do it.
True. No, that's true.
But some of them are too strong. The evil hippies. Big J might be an evil hippie, dude.
Could be.
He just swallowed that. Walked through it.
Drug monster, dude.
He was.
Some people are drug monsters.
I was looking at everybody. They're like, it's great. It's fine. Then I took it, and I was like,
oh, yeah.
I
should have fucked that guy.
I wish I would have kissed him.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you. That's I'm excited. I'm excited for the how they're going to wrangle the legal weed push. I think that's what I think.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but again, it's like I could see some dude. You fuck with some like you ever fuck with like Asian gangsters? Not saying Asians are bad. I've met some Asian gangsters though, and they're pretty fucking ruthless.
Really?
Dude. Yeah, dude.
What are they up to?
Probably spraying cannabinoids on fucking weed, dude.
It's being tricky.
You get some, obviously evil hippies would do that as well.
Yeah.
But it's like the in the upper level weed game, there's fucking Asian gangsters. There's like big levels of fucking.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I used to be linked with the Cambodians back in the day, dude.
Sick.
They were tight, dude.
I have some.
I think he was Laotian. Excuse me. But
please,
dude, this guy fucking ruled. He would be like we would be counting money, and he would just pass out from Xannies, and I'd be like, "Hey, dude, wake up!" I used to be at a job.
Me in Helium's green room last night.
Basically,
they'd be like, "Here, let's talk money."
Dude, I used to work in this real estate place for my internship, and I would set my computer mouse to for my screensaver not to come on for 3 hours. I would leave, hop on like a little, whatever, the subway, go back to my house, hop in my car, drive up to Northeast Philly, go to the fucking. There's like a small sliver of the Cambodian Asian hood. I would buy like 5 pounds of Beasters, chill with this guy, and then he would like again, sometimes he'd pass out on Xannies. One of his boys that plugged me in would smoke crack in front of me.
Yeah.
They're like, these dudes are motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah.
I always remember holding my breath. I was trying not to breathe in crack smoke.
Secondhand crack.
I was like, this dude had a fucking interior door as his exterior
He would just
door.
be like, oh, pardon me.
He would just blaze a rock. He would just,
I'm like someone smoke some crack.
Like someone would hit a bowl, he would just fucking blaze a rock, and he would just be like,
holy shit. How would he feel? Would he start talking or would he?
I stopped dealing with that guy.
Good call.
Yeah, I was kind of like, he was like, this guy smoked crack in front of me. He's like, all right, give me all your money and I'll be back. And I was like, nah. No, this was like fucking 2 decades
You went like
ago.
this. No. I'm doing a business transaction. You don't seem reliable.
Something
guy
like
who just smoked crack.
And dude, I'm telling you, dude, his door leading into his house from the outside was like that, like an interior door. Like you could just
You just run through it.
easily. But yeah, dude, I'm telling you, these dudes were like, this guy, the first time I met him, brought a fucking sword downstairs. He was like, he was like telling me he was going to hit someone with his sword. Because he also, I think he did auto body too. So he had
a sword and then he did crack.
No, that was the dude who the one guy did crack, and I left that guy.
It's tough for him, though.
I found that dude's dude.
You found a new sword guy.
The crack dude's dude had the sword, and he came down and brandished a weapon. I was in this guy's basement. He came down. I'd never met him before. Came down angrily with a sword, and I was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'll be Grand Theft Auto Hospital in a minute, popping out. It's like, fuck.
Damn.
No, he rolled.
Down $300. Just like, I got to go find a gun again. I got to go punch this cop right away.
But yeah, man, I'm telling you, dude. That's what everyone always says, like, you know, whenever I hit people with like, yeah, you know, there could be some people high up in government organizations who might not have your best interest. They never dealt with like criminal,
cracks,
like, real criminals,
crack guys,
dude.
and sword guys.
Yeah, and like some of those dudes, that personality type makes it up to the top a lot of the time. You know, if you can bypass Xanny addictions and crack addictions and, like, you know, getting caught with tons of beasters. You make it to be the president eventually.
It's tough that guy lost the crack guy lost his partners.
Yeah.
I wonder if he did any self-reflection. It was like, maybe it was the crack I smoked in front of everybody.
There was an Oxycontin guy who introduced me to the crack guy. And the Oxycontin guy was kind of pissed. He felt like I kind of bypassed him. And I'm like, dude.
You were scheming.
Oh, dude, come on.
You schemed on the crack guy? Crack guy should have killed you.
I was dunking on crack and Oxycontin guys for like 10 years, dude. Imagine being sober around people on Oxys.
Yeah.
You're just like, absolute Mark Cuban nonstop.
Yeah.
Just being like, nah.
It's easy.
Sure you should give me all your money right now. They're like, yes, please. That's horrible. I shouldn't say it. But I was a bad boy, dude. When I was 19 years old, I used to drive around in my Lumina, just like banging TI and just selling pills, dude. It was fucking ruled.
What the fuck?
I didn't know. I didn't know how bad.
Who are you?
I was a bad boy back then, dude.
Not me.
I was a bad boy.
Guy like me?
What, you?
No, I don't like the drug crap.
I don't like it either,
man.
Yeah,
it sickens me that you fucking do stuff like that.
I didn't know what it was, dude. I was 19.
It's funny. I was worried about your opinion last night when I took that Molly.
No, dude.
I wonder if Matt's going to think I'm a fucking loser.
No, not at all.
And then you were nice, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
No, I'm telling you. I wish I was less paranoid. But I just like...
That would have been awesome. But you have a wife and kids, so you can't be like, I took Molly.
Nah, yeah, let's just say.
But you would have handled it better than me, and I handled it fine. Well, other than on stage when I had to speak publicly.
That's insane. I've never taken Molly because I feel like I've heard it's like somewhat of a stimulant, and I don't like stimulants at all. Or I would just say I know
you don't like that.
They don't like my body.
Wore off pretty quick, and I went to sleep. Like it wasn't.
No, that rules. My problem, like I swear to God, if I drink coffee at like 10 a.m., I don't go to sleep till 1 in the morning. So that's coffee.
Yeah.
Some people are like, here's this fucking mysterious powder. I'm like, I'm good, dude.
We bought it from a Dominican in New York. We brought it here. Take it.
But yeah, one day. But yeah, no judgment at all, dude. Again, who am I to judge?
Next time.
I was a fucking scoundrel, bro.
That's what I mean. You were a fucking scoundrel.
Dude.
Yeah.
When I was like 19, 18, I would leave my internship pretending I was working and then go sell drugs. Like bad drugs.
Yeah.
And then I didn't take any of them. Because my friend was really into pills at the time, and I got my wisdom teeth out back, take it all full circle.
True. This is a callback.
Way back when, dude.
Guy does stand up once. He's already right back in it.
I know, dude.
No days off.
Whatever.
Easy.
Dude, and he was like, it was the weirdest thing. He was like, dude, when you go, he knew, like when you do pills like that, you have this radar for anyone who's getting like minor surgery, and you just bother them. So he was like, wait, you're getting your wisdom teeth out? I'm like, yeah, why? He was like, dude, they're going to give you Percocets. I'm like, what's that? And he's like, just get them and give them to me. I'll buy them off you. So, dude, here I am, from a generation
You're an
of petty
entrepreneur.
day laborers Someone offers you $200. You do the math. You go, that's 8 hours with the shovel. You're like, yeah, whatever you want. So, you start getting them. And, dude, I didn't know how bad they were.
Yeah.
And I watched, like...
Which friend?
I won't say.
You might have pushed him towards
I won't say, dude.
Negative path.
No, that was him, dude. He was... Come on, dude.
I'm joking.
You don't think I feel the guilt every day?
I was going to say.
I feel bad every day about it.
Do you? No.
Well, he kind of put me... he was kind of like, hey, check these out. And I was
party time, dude.
I took one and I was like...
You took
want
a Percocet?
Dude, I used to sip syrup. I sipped syrup. I only once.
You should have the skull T-shirt.
I should, dude.
You were real life 3-6.
I used to go into a bar in West Philly, and it was on. I think it got shut down now, and it was a literal drug den. I should be dead.
Yeah.
I wandered into this place after the guy had pulled a gun on me before.
Yeah.
I was like, that was a big misunderstanding, and he's like, hey, sorry, I thought you robbed me. And I was like, what the fuck? So then he was like, come back to the bar. We'll
hang out.
So I was like, whatever. So we hung out, and dude. They would give me syrup. They would tell me it was going to make my dick bigger. I used to drink syrup. I used to sip syrup.
Were you the only white guy?
Yeah. Yes, dude. I walked into this bar and people would go.
And then you'd be like, I'm going to get my dick huge.
No, I would sit at the bar and I would just sip syrup with these dudes and chill, and we would just fucking plot on pill stuff. And they'd be like, yo, dude, you're the man. I'm like, thanks, bros. Yeah, it's pretty weird. But
yeah, it's pretty weird.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
It's pretty nuts.
That's crazy you did that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. I used to it was crazy. I walked into the bar and the song was playing was You Don't Know by T.I. And it was just literally, I walked in and it was like everybody, the conversation stopped and people were like, what are you doing?
Yeah, clearly a cop just walked in.
Yeah. I was like, is whatever the dude's name was. And he was like,
oh,
he's upstairs.
T-Money here?
Yeah. I think his name was, I won't say it, dude. I could still be taken out at any moment, dude. No, this was like 10 years ago. But yeah, it was fucking nuts, dude. Just buzzing around and everyone slowly becoming drug addicts and being like, hey, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Knock this stuff
I thought
off.
we were going to make money together. I thought we were having fun.
That was the whole thing. I remember you have to try these things. And obviously I'd sip syrup before. So I sipped some syrup and took a 15 milligram Roxaset or whatever they were. Took a ton of pain pills once and smoked a blunt. And I was just floating on a couch, just literally just and then woke up the next day and I was just like, I can't believe you guys do this shit all the day. This, it's not that good. At least to me, I was just like, I'm good on that.
Just doing it all, yeah. I had a roommate, though, used to crush Percocets, and it would just be like, holy fuck. He'd just come in, he'd basically just sleep and be drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
Just sitting next to you in the living room, just dripping sweat.
Well,
You'd
you
be
don't
like, dude,
really
what are
sleep.
you doing?
When you're that fucked up on opiates, you don't sleep. You go into this kind of nether state where you're just kind of half awake, half sleeping, where you're just laying there floating in your body, and then it's time to get up, and you're like, meh. And you just go back. It's fucking weird, dude. There was a lady who used to because the place we were at was the fucking trap, dude. It was this little apartment complex in Brookhaven. And this lady had brought her little son, her 3-year-old. Ever talk about this before?
No.
She had a 3-year-old. And he's a little boy.
You've never talked about any of this.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
We've been sitting on this for a while. Break it out on a rainy day.
True. I could do a full fucking 4-hour, dude.
Maybe that'll be the Patreon.
Maybe. That'd be pretty tight, actually. But she had this son. So these two dudes who were in this apartment complex would kind of compete for chicks, but they were both so fucking hooked on pills they could only get pill chicks. So,
Sweet.
So this chick came over. She'd bring her kid, and she would start to smoke blunts in this little apartment. I'm like, dude. 3-year-olds here. You can't smoke weed in front of your fucking kid. And she'd be like, oh, I feel like such a bad mom. And I'm like, well, I'm not trying to guilt you.
I think your feelings are exactly right.
I'm like, take it out. There's a fucking balcony. I'm
Trust your instincts.
Yeah, go sit on the fucking balcony. So I would sit there with this little tyke, dude. Mom would be out smoking a blunt, ready to get some
Paul Walker, dude.
Soft pill dick.
You were Paul Walker.
Dude, I
Fast
didn't want
and
to say
Furious
it. I don't
Paul
want to say
Walker.
it. I'm with the tyke, dude.
Did you feel like you were family?
I was family. No, I was just kind of what's up, dude?
Except your Fast and Furious squad was just dudes on perks that were asleep. You would come in.
My fast family is me and Illumina just driving the speed limit because I had 2 ounces of coke in my car. But yeah, dude,
the side of Matt that people didn't know.
They didn't know, bro.
Matt was a dark.
I was a freedom fighter,
evil.
Dude. I got a taste of the working day, and it was
the most evil wig, dude.
I was 100%, dude. Dude, but dude, this lady, so she just never left this apartment, and I didn't live there. I would go there and sleep there every now and again, And, dude, she started, like, I was laying there just, like, whacked out on syrup and pills the one night.
What?
I was just fucking so high on syrup and pills. And the lady started, like, tucking me in and, like a mom. It was weird because she was whacked out of her mind on purpose.
Yeah.
She would just get, like, soft perk dick from one of my boys constantly. I would go back there and he'd be like, oh, I'm fucking soft again, dude. It's like, stop eating 10 Percocets.
Yeah, that could be it.
He'd be like, yeah, I should probably. He's like, I last longer, though. I'm like, yeah, but you have a fucking penis. It's like, all the penis in the world, dude, is not going to help you. But yeah, dude, yeah, you know, it's a dark history.
It's a great history.
At the time, it was just weird because I remember people were just like, nah, these, you know, everyone was convincing me, like, these are like party things. And I was like, whatever, you guys seem to be enjoying them. And it was just like, dude, like a year later, people would be like, I can't fucking sleep. And I'm like, whoa, dude. This is like the start of opiate pills when they came out.
Yeah.
Nobody knew. I mean, people were none the wiser. I guess
pharmacies knew.
True, they fucking knew.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They knew what the fuck it was. But, dude, that fucking rocked people.
They didn't get crushed down in Texas. I was talking about it. I was talking about heroin and all that. They didn't get hit. They're like meth. A lot of meth down. Anytime you go down to like the southwest, a lot of meth.
Rootin' tootin'.
They root and toot.
You want to be rootin'
scurrying around in the sun.
Dude, if you're like fucking on heroin where it's hot, you're just like.
I couldn't. Yeah, exactly. But then I was talking about meth. Like doing meth when it's hot out. You're just like, I gotta fucking.
We're already sweaty, so it's like, might as well just be on meth too.
Might as well be sprinting down the highway in 120 degrees. Just.
Yeah, dude. I don't even know how I got on that tear, but
no, I'd like to go into that tear. This is good. We need to open. This is
the vault is fucking deep, dude.
We need to get into the vault on the Patreon.
I'll have to think. Yeah, but dude,
consider it. Yeah.
How far are we into this?
Hour 7.
Oh, yeah. It could be time to switch over and learn. I'm not putting any pressure on him, but some of the story.
I'll regale you with
Matt's
fucking
tale, dude.
My Canterbury
origin
tales,
stories. And that way I don't have to really talk.
Hell yeah.
So that works out.
I also, too, we'll do it on the Patreon. I have a theory about how this planet, how we experience light on this planet when if you go to outer space, it's dark, but there's parts of outer space that are closer to the sun. How does that even work? We'll figure it out later. Don't worry about it. We'll discuss.
All right.
Kind of weird though, right?
What
how is it light here?
Yeah.
But then if you go into outer space, it's dark.
Light is a reflection. What we see is just a reflection of.
Yo, that Molly's kicking in, bro.
Was that a trap? Is that a trap? You trying to get me to explain something? Matt, not today.
Oh, right.
Oh, dude, there's this. Light is a reflection of. Oh fuck! I gotta find this.
God damn, you rule.
There's a guy who does Kill Tony.
Fuck. Yeah, what the fuck? You were on Kill Tony. Like, oh no, you just
I forget it.
Texas.
I was in
I
Austin.
don't know.
Yeah,
I just fucking was out in Texas.
I gotta fucking remember his name. I'm blanking on his name. This sucks. Black dude does Kill Tony. He's hilarious. He goes on and talks shit on everybody.
Oh.
David Lucas. Yeah, he's the fucking man. He's very funny. He had a joke. I don't want to ruin his joke, but he was like, "You're for some reason when you're naked, if you put on shoes, you're more naked." I was like, "Yeah." Hilarious. I was like, "Suddenly you're just gay too." like it just is gay. If I'm wearing just shoes and I'm ass naked, but
fuck, that's funny.
He goes on and like roast people.
Yeah,
he comes up and like talks shit on whoever the guest is and Tony and all them. Dude, he had one on Tony Tony was wearing like a jumpsuit. Like a mechanic's jumpsuit,
yeah,
from the venue, and he was like, "You look like a dildo mechanic." He just calls Tony gay the whole time. But he was hitting everybody, and me and him kind of had like a mutual. He was like, "No, I kind of fuck with this. He's the type of white guy I fuck with." And then finally, I was sitting there, I was like, "Nice pants. They look stupid." Like I tried to swing at him for no reason. He's like, "Oh, you want to talk shit?" I was like, "No." Then he just buried me.
Damn, that's awesome.
Took a swing at him and it wasn't effective, dude. I tried attack.
You went for the gear.
He was unfazed. Yeah,
you hit him with the old laugh house tactics,
like,
dude.
Nice pants. Then he just crushed me, and I was like, "Fuck."
Nice trousers, young man.
Yeah, your slacks are ripped. You look like a damn fool.
I used to love the laugh house battles when they would do that. They would do like I forget what they were called, but it was like they had one night where they were just like black dudes would roast each other's clothes for like an hour on stage. It was the funniest fucking thing to watch.
Yeah.
just crushing each other's gear, dude.
Dude, they have.
How do you even dress for that? If you're like a black dude, knowing you're going into like a fucking it's
clearly just a gear
battle,
fight. It's 100% a gear fight.
And they would just both shred each other's gear. And they wore their best gear, and have your best gear get shredded in front of everyone. You're just like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, but the best gear is outrageous. It's like a fucking bubble vest with like a Russian fur hat and then like a SpongeBob belt.
Oh, fuck.
It's just a made-up outfit.
I saw a guy today walking in the middle. To his defense, he's in the middle of the street, but the sidewalks are like snowed up.
Yeah.
But he's walking. I don't like run up on his ass or anything, but I'm just like, I'm driving. I'm like, I wish this guy wasn't here. And he like turns around and is like, kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? Like almost as if I was like zooming up on him. The back of his sweatshirt said, "Karma is a bitch. What goes around comes around." I'm like, you're being a dickhead.
Also, the karma of walking in the street.
Yeah, that's a quick one to get rid. Well, again, it was the
bad juju.
That sidewalk was actually shoveled, but it's like, I understand. There's like the transfer having been a pedestrian last night for a good mile. Like where this road meets the sidewalk and that sidewalk dips, it's just a fucking like foot deep of just
water,
gray sludge. Yeah. And I think you don't want to be seen, if you're rocking like your sickest gear, you don't want to be seen jumping over puddles with me like last night. Like,
Man, last night, that shit was a movie, bro.
Come on, dude. Of course.
Also, I've been listening to War Mode and the lingo's getting in there.
Really?
Billy's lingo of the skis.
What's skis?
The broskies, the skis, dude. Chill with the skis, dude. I was down with the skis last night. He literally, I called him when I listened to their episode, War Mode, and he was like, I literally told Spud, Shane's going to love that. Just the fucking broskies, bro. The skis, dude.
That's so funny. Yeah, Billy's a bit of a lingo generator,
he is.
Dude. He's come
But he
up
pushes them. He
True.
pushes them hard.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He
He's
knows
a good lingo salesman.
Big time.
Yeah. Fuck.
What you got going on, bro?
I got to fucking talk about dates some
of these dates out, dude.
That's another thing. Just it's so funny doing 2 weeks in a row again.
Yeah, man.
I forgot how hard not hard,
no,
but
dude.
It's
hard.
It wouldn't be hard if I wasn't drinking 10 Miller Lights after every show.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, even as someone who does those shows sometimes with you and doesn't drink a million Miller Lights, it fucking zaps you, dude.
Yeah, it is.
It's flying, doing it, and this and that. And again, it's like I've done kind of both types of work. But yeah, there's something kind of like when you told me you were leaving that and going out tomorrow and flying to North Carolina, I was just like, Jesus.
Yeah, and it fucked up my going to Austin on Monday.
Yeah,
kind of fucked me up.
Yeah, dude.
Because I was going to fly back to New York and then drive down to this and then drive back for my flight.
It's a different kind of tired, dude, and it's one that it's kind of like a weird brain tired. That
it was funny. I was complaining to Billy about it. I was like, just 2 weekends in a row. It's really hard. And then I was like, oh yeah, you guys work.
Yeah.
Like real work every day.
Billy sits on his ass.
Then to hear, Billy is a lazy.
Sits on his fucking ass in a truck, dude.
He's gonna spaz on you. But I was halfway through complaining to him, and then I was like, oh yeah, you guys really work.
Yeah, they don't want to.
And I'm like, I have to do a radio interview later. It sucks.
But you're all running on this like weird adrenaline all day, which kind of gets tiring. But at least for me, I usually do. When I'm doing stand up all day, I'm like, I'm having fun, but I'm like, I'm gonna have to get up there.
Yeah.
Showing people out there on dates and stuff. And I'm gonna have to make them have fun. I hope I do well.
There is that.
And my brain's like, you probably won't.
Oh yeah. Fuck. It's like they've heard all your jokes. You're gay. All right. So this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'll be at Good Nights, Raleigh, North Carolina. The Woodman's coming down.
Ooh.
Woodman and O'Connor. Exactly. It's going to be another rough weekend, dude. The skis, dude. The skis are down there.
Come on.
Then the 19th and 20th of February, I'll be at the Arlington Draft House in D.C.
Yeah.
Are you coming to that one?
Whatever one's in the middle, I said.
Arlington Draft House. Matt could be there. Then Bananas Comedy Club in Jersey, the 5th and 6th of March. That's a rough one, so come out to make that fun. The 18th, 19th, and 20th of March will be at Helium.
Sorry, dude. I got some dust in my hair.
Be at Helium, Indianapolis, the 18th, 19th, and 20th of March. The 26th, 27th. This could be the big one. Crown Comedy in Auburn, Alabama. I'm the only white guy to have ever performed there.
What?
Yeah, I think so.
That's gonna be awesome, dude.
They bring down the honk. They're like, we gotta get some honk comics. Who's the whitest guy we can find?
Dude.
They found my headshot. They were like, there he is.
Damn, we got to get the skis down.
We got to
here,
get the bro skis. Yeah.
That's going to be awesome, dude.
Yeah. Just all it's going to take this weekend is one take it easy night. That's all it is.
That's all you need, dude.
Just Thursday night. Take it easy.
Fire O'Connor up.
I'll spin him.
You have a non-drinker coming down with you?
Woodman?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's
got some wooden wheels on that wagon, dude. You don't bump him off it. You might break an axle, dude.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm drinking now. Come on, have a little drink down here. Next thing you know, he's like screaming at someone. Yeah, the squad.
He's got his shirt off in a Holiday Inn.
The squad could fall apart, dude. When I bring Beezer and O'Connor, dude, the squad, the broskies it's crazy.
You're Fast and Furious.
By the time I get
DUIs.
off, the whole squad, dude. By the time I get off stage after headlining, they're both hammered. Like, I'll go on, they'll be like, good luck out there. And then I'll get off stage. One of them will be like screaming at the fucking manager. It's like, Jesus Christ, the boys.
Damn, dude.
But yeah, Raleigh this weekend, that'll be fun.
Hell yeah.
And then Matt in D.C., perhaps. We'll see.
Yeah, I think there was another one, too. I'll double check the calendar.
I think there was a Buffalo.
Buff, for sure.
Helium Buffalo, which is in April 15th, 16th, and 17th.
I need to fuck with Buffalo.
Yeah, bro. Tampa. You want to head down Tampa?
When are you going Tampa way?
May 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Didn't you just do Tampa or did you close?
No, I did. I got COVID-19 and I had to cancel it.
Yeah, I might have to go Tampa way. That'd be tight.
Tampa way will be tight.
That'd be actually really fat.
That'd be fat as fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Let's slide into the Patreon. I'd like to, divulge what you can.
I'll regale you, dude.
Divulge what you can.
I'm sure I can, open book, bro.
Thank you.
This would be good.
What do you got? You want to plug something?
Just Psych Null, dude.
Yeah, check it out.
PSY. People, wait, what is this? They spell it so funny.
I heard rumors of
rumors
of a new Stoner Dads.
What are you talking about, dude?
There's something out there.
Stoner Dads is, dude.
There's something out there. I don't know what it is.
It's a secret society, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what Stoner Dads even is. But,
yeah.
But, I mean, that's all I'm saying.
The hell is that?
That's all I'm saying. Just left it on my chair.
You and your goddamn dope friends coming in here? Look what they've done to Ric Flair, dude. You guys,
that's blacklight reflective.
Leave you damn dopers in here for 1 minute.
Hey, man. It's blacklight reflective, dude. You turn the black lights on that thing, whoo, that thing lights up.
Yeah.
Crazy. It'll blind you, dude.
All right.
Yeah, dude.
Patreon.
Let's go, baby.